Hello, replay watchers. You are who is with me right now. If you don't see a red light box up in that corner, then this is a replay and you have missed me. So please do not send in a donation, okay? Because I will be reading as drawn by spirit for free and also guarantee for donation. But if it's not live, then you've sent your donation on a video that's not currently active, okay? So be mindful. I'm going to jump into my secondary device here. What the heck? Where's oh, I'm such a dork. Hi, guys. I see you here with me. Just give me a minute. I'm trying to be where I need to be. You know what I'm saying? Hope you can understand that. Hi, Bonita Birch. Beautiful lady. Hi, Tiffany Tisdale. How are you, beautiful? Danielle DeCaro. How are you, sweetheart? Doing all right, Bonita. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Pam Diet. Hi, Sandra Hartman. Oh man, right? It has been a minute, hasn't it, Pam? So good to see you catching me live today here with the group and everyone else. So give me just a minute. I'm not quite plugged in yet. Hello, Jones fam. Good to see you. I'm doing all right. So I'm still trying to take care of all this stuff. Hi, Gypsy Angel. Good to see you. Thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate that, girl. It's been a pretty good day. Hi, Cindy Duncan. Thanks. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Danielle, today was rough, but you're good. I'm glad you're good. We're always where we need to be when we need to be there. Thanks, Angel, for sure, right? Hi, Linda Satterfield. Good to see you. So, hey guys, let me just finish jumping into my secondary here. I'm so excited that you guys are just hopping on here with me. You are the best. Thank you guys for following my page so that you don't miss anything from me. And sharing is caring, man. You know more people than I do. So if you can share this to your timeline, to your story, to a group where it's allowed, I feel some women going, why is she calling us man? It must be a California thing. Okay, I know that it's not just men in here. In fact, it's predominantly female. And I just throw around the word man like I throw around the word sweetheart. Okay, because I feel like you guys are my friends, and that's how I talk to my friends. So thank you for sharing, Catherine Jean O'Donnell. Appreciate that greatly. Thank you so much. Hi, Carol King. Hi, Gina Wright. Gina Wright is my moderator. She may be dropping in some helpful tidbits that help the broadcast flow more smoothly. So please love and respect Gina every bit as much as I do. This is an 18 and over broadcast because I cuss and I vape, and sometimes we talk about sensitive things, and I psychically predict that this will probably all three happen tonight. So 18 and over only, please. Hi, Michelle Daly. Thanks for joining in. Oh, Carol, not feeling well, huh? Won't be here long. Well, you guys do know that I did drop my guaranteed options for tonight already on my page before the live. I actually dropped it this morning. So if you're following my page, you would have already know what my options are. And I do have a list started. So Carol King is first on the list, followed by Sandra Hartman. And anyone else who sends in a donation for the kind of reading that they would like to guarantee for themselves today, please send your donation to my Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. Those information is in your description box. It's also here on the ticker. And then comment it all in caps with the amount that you sent in. That tells me which option you chose, because I have 4 different options tonight. ranging from $10 to $30, okay, to get a guaranteed reading on this live broadcast, okay, from me. So the $10 option is a 3-card past, present, and future reading. The $20 option is a 7-card chakra tarot spread. Okay, so 7-card chakra tarot spread that really tells you a lot, is a $20 donation. It'll be a 20. I'm sorry, I'm not in the energy yet. I'm gonna light my sage and everything else, but I want to get you guys going so you know how today is going to flow. The $25 option is a personal mediumship message. And then the $30 option is it's actually an 11-card Celtic cross spread. It's 10-card Celtic cross with a bonus card from my own real life oracle deck. So that'll be your 10, 20, 25, and $30 options on this broadcast. But even if you don't have a cent to send in, please stick around because I will be doing free readings as drawn by spirit. And if you are here for a reason, man. Spirit drew you here for a reason. So let me just pause now that we know the rundown today. And I'm going to light my sage. I'm going to sip my water. I'm going to settle into the energy. And I appreciate you guys being here with me. I want you to know that I'm a regular person just like anybody else, but I'm aligned with love and light and God. And I'm here of service of the greatest and highest good of all of you guys. So thank you so much for allowing me to be of service in this way. I'm also a real human person, just like anyone else. I see people have popped in here. This is an 18 and over broadcast because sometimes I cuss, sometimes I vape, and sometimes we talk about things that are sensitive in nature. So 18 and over, please. And I'm actually lighting Palo Santo. I might have said sage out of habit, but my sage is over there. It feels like a Palo Santo moment. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Spirit, for showing up for everyone today. And I am truly, truly grateful. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. So the decks that I have with me today are the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. I've got the Doodle Tarot. My real life oracle deck. I also have some Talking to Heaven cards with me. What's the difference between what, Danielle? Okay. Let me write this down, guys. Okay. Okay, so I see Catherine, Brenda, Pam. Thank you for your donations. I'm going to write your name down. I'm sorry, you're looking at the top of my head. I'm using my little table right here. Yes. Catherine. Karen Taylor, I never received anything from you, honey. Which platform did you send it on, babe? I know we chatted, but I didn't receive anything. Thank you guys so much on Cash App. Let me take a look. Sometimes Cash App's weird. Absolutely correct, sweetheart. I never got a notification and I didn't go in there. You are absolutely right. It is there for you. I'll add your name to the list, and my apologies. I did not disbelieve you, but I had not gotten any notifications. But it's there. It is absolutely there. Thank you, Karen Taylor. My apologies for that, but I appreciate your understanding. Oh, the difference between sage and Palo Santo. Thank you, Carol. Here we go. Karen Taylor, let me add you to the list, darling. Thank you guys, because I don't have another job. This is what I do. And when you book a session, order a tarot video, sign up for my programs, order my real life oracle deck. I'm doing a lot these days. Or send a donation in this way. It does help me out. It helps me to keep my electricity on and everything else. Okay. So thank you guys so much for allowing me to be of service, and for the energetic exchange, if you're able to do so, because it does truly matter to me and my life. So thank you. Hi, Mandy Duncan. Good to see you, darling. So, okay, this is sage. Sage is good for energy clearing, Danielle, and anyone else who was interested to know the difference. So sage is good for energy clearing, maintenance. It removes negative energy from the environment and anchors in positive, high vibe energy. So it's good for smudging your home and your space, your person, especially if you have like dissonant energies, or kind of like you've had an argument or stuff go on, whatever. Smudging new items, if you get them from a yard sale or anything like this, a thrift store would be a good idea, because if it comes from a challenging household, it can bring some energetic residue of that nature and spark some of that in your home. Okay, so smudging your items, secondhand items, and your home, yourself, whatever, your vehicle even. This is sage. Sage works wonders. Okay. Some people don't care for sage. Some people don't care for the scent or the smell of it. I love it. This is Palo Santo. Palo Santo is holy wood, and it smells different than sage, but it works similarly to sage, but it packs a bigger punch. So I would say, if you're a practitioner, or if you just want to keep up your maintenance in your home, for instance, maybe you've got kids, or you guys have arguments from time to time, like normal families do, right? Maybe once a week is good with sage, or maybe once a month with Palo Santo. Do you understand? This one is kind of for the big cleanup job, and this one's for regular maintenance. And I love the smell of Palo Santo as well. I love the smell of both. I want to bathe in it. Yes, I'm a total dork. Stick around and you'll find out. Might as well tell you now. All right. So, Carol, you're first on my list, honey. Thank you for sending your donation early. I do have a guaranteed list here. I do want to say that I will not reach out to you. I won't friend request you. Scammers do that kind of stuff all day long. So protect yourself by reporting any suspicious activity anywhere, blocking those kinds of individuals. A true, legitimate spiritual practitioner will not reach out to you. It is unethical to do so, and they don't have all the time in the world to be reaching out to random strangers. Okay. True practitioners are meditating, paying their bills, serving humanity and spirit, whatever the case. It's not like that, but scammers do that all day long, because they're hoping that they can cast a net and catch a fish and hook, line, and sinker. Okay. So I want to say to you, if you are, if you're dabbling around broadcasts like this, you should witness your reader. You should see how they work. You should want to connect with them. Okay. And if that is the case, you should be the first person to make the first move towards that connection, by clicking the link, by sending a message, by booking a session, whatever it is. Okay. But you should be the one that is connecting with your reader, and not the other way around. Okay. The other way around is very suspicious. So I just want to lay that out to you. I also want to say, if you receive a reading from me tonight, that resonates with you, and you don't mind leaving me a review right here on my Facebook page, at Spirit Speak Psychic Medium Heidi on Facebook. I do have 131 5-star reviews, and I'm super proud of that. And the numbers are still growing, because people read these things, and it does help me out to remain relevant as a credible professional psychic medium. So thank you for that, if you're able to do that. If not, let's continue. Pam, how often should I sage my house with sage? I would say every 2 to 4 weeks. Okay. Every 2 to 4 weeks, if you will, if you have a pretty, calm household. But if maybe you have dissonance, I would increase that to once a week or twice a week, or in between arguments. Okay. Sometimes it can be like that. So just to keep up on it, because eventually, the negative energies will run out as we continue to up level and heal in our lives and grow. Right. So stay on top of it. But if you have a pretty chill vibe, not a lot going on, I'd say, really realistically, maybe once every 2 to 4 weeks. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I love you. Thank you. One more thing, just one more thing. If you vibe with me, I do have a private Facebook group called the Spirit Seeks Vibe Tribe. And that's more of me for free and an awesome community of other spiritual seekers and people like you. So if you vibe with me and you want to join, you must agree to the group rules. That link is in your description box. We do a card a day, Intuitive Tuesdays, Vibe Tribe only exclusive gatherings, Vibe Tribe only contests and reading events. If you want to join, you've got to agree to the group rules. They're in place to keep you safe. But if you want to be there, I would love to have you in. Okay, I want to say to you, some people have been declined by Facebook, like auto decline because you didn't check the box. If you want to be in my group, I would love to have you in the group, but you got to make sure to check all the boxes or technology will keep you out. So pay attention to that. I will not just turn anybody away. Thank you, Lily. All right, Carol, let's get with it. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. You're the best. Let's get with this. I'm going to move these cards out my way real quick. In my way. Carol has a Celtic cross spread. Oh, how would this work? Just like that. Okay. Okay. Bear with me, guys. You're awesome. Okay, so Carol, I'm going to ask your higher self to step into this reading for messages of your greatest and highest good only, okay? Whoop. Oh. Well, you can't even see your cross. You'll see the other cards, don't worry. This is the Celtic cross, the $30 option. Yeah, so does my cat. My cat has to have the last word too. She's pretty mouthy. But I always say, like, if I was a cat, I would be her. And if she was a person, she would be me. I don't think I'm mouthy, but I do have a lot to say. I'll tell you what. All right, let's keep going with this for you, Carol. Whew. All right. Am I upside down? Yes, I am. 7. This will be 8. Wow. Holy smokes. Oh my gosh. Carol, my mind is blown. If you can see these cards, you're probably like squinting to try to see these cards. My mind is blown. Okay, so I'm going to get you a final message of guidance from my own real life oracle deck, and there it is. That's freaking awesome. I'll leave it right there. Awesome. The Celtic cross. Well, you can't see the cards, but the way that they are laid out are in a cross spread. And then the second card crosses the first card as well. And it's just the name of the spread traditionally has been used for like a really long time. So that's what I'm using here, although I've adapted it a little bit to suit my own requests and needs with spirit for you guys. So good question, Danielle. What is going on here? Come on now. Gonna have problems with this. Spirit, please hold me back. No bueno. Oh, you guys, I appreciate your patience. How many cards in the Celtic cross? Gotcha. There's actually 11 here. You're getting 10 in the Celtic cross spread plus a 1 bonus card from my own real life oracle deck. And you'll watch how the cards lay and how I read them, and what the placements mean are the same for everybody, except your card will be different. So it'll tell us a different story about what spirit wants you to know. That is no bueno. What did I do here? You guys, thank you so much. It's not empty. I assure you, it's not. But thank you for looking out. You know what? I don't know. This thing is new and it irks me. Carol, my apologies. I appreciate everyone's patience here. My tiffiness has dropped 3 people. They don't care if you're smoking. Get to the cards. Get to the information, Carol. Okay, so this is current energy, King of Swords. Okay, so our court cards can always be people in our lives. Hello. Okay, and this is a masculine energy who is the counterpart to the Queen of Swords. Okay, I'll just say this. So this does indicate to me that the current energy could be that partnership on the brain, Carol, because we know you're always interested to know a little bit more about that area. So that is definitely what this could be, but it could also be the long-term plan of your life because you are the King of Swords in your own story. Okay. And that doesn't mean you're a dude. The king is a master of his thoughts. He's wise, he's mature, he's experienced, and he makes decisions based on what he knows to be right for himself and his life. But he doesn't rush. He's very patient, he's very collected, he's very cool. And in fact, he doesn't have to be quick with his words. He can collect his thoughts and come across in exactly the right way. And I feel this to be also your energy, Carol. Okay, so that is what I have for you as far as current energy. Now, what is crossing you at this time is the Eight of Swords. I mean, Wands. Woo. Okay, there's a reason I said Eight of Swords. Let's just pause right now because that's not this card. Eight of Swords is about being restricted or confined in some kind of way. And I'm fairly certain that we know that you do have a lot of different, restrictions and things, circumstances that are beyond your control and out of your hands that are preventing you from being in the union that you had been desiring, right? So, there's a reason I said Eight of Swords. Obviously, the Eight of Swords is also crossing you here, but the Eight of Wands is the card that came out here. And I trust Spirit that a slip of the tongue means something. It means something. So Eight of Wands, arrows of love. Wow. Okay, I guess this is a love reading for you, Carol. The Eight of Wands can also be personalities, a lot of different personalities, and how they can sometimes come together and clash. Okay, but if they have a common goal, they can come together and be harmonious and make something very beautiful happen, right? Have a nice time, like, oh, me and my family members, too much of us together and we start arguing or getting on each other's nerves. But if we go out for a nice lunch in a public place like that, is a very positive experience in small doses. You know what I mean? I feel something like this here because, Carol, I'm telling you what, I got 2 messages overlaying on this whole reading. One's about your love life, one's about everything else. Wow. Interesting. Third card. What is this stemming from? What is the foundation? 3 of Wands. You've seen this before. 3 of Wands is long distance relationship. Whoa. Waiting for the right time to re-emerge. Waiting for the right wave to come in so you can take that wave and make your move, right? But girl, this is the long distance relationship card. And we both know that 8 of Swords energy has to do with this because we can't be together every day like we want to right now, right? So, wow, this is the foundation of the reading. And I also do say, as far as that other aspect that we're discussing with people in your life and the conversations, etc., this is passivity. This is kind of sitting back and letting others talk and this, that, and that's how you can seem to have a good time because you don't necessarily have to be real involved, but you jump in when you feel it's necessary. But for the most part, you can watch and you find out a lot from watching. So continue to do that. You're picking up on energy vibes between people, and that is how they treat each other. Spirit wants you to know. Like you have a suspicion about the way that they might treat each other when you're not around, because when you're around and watching, these people act a certain way, but you have a suspicion that they're different. And I'm telling you from Spirit right now that they are. You're picking up on a weird energy pattern. So let that land to your private thoughts, wherever those are at in your life. Yes, I watch everything. I know. Spirit's telling me right now. So the 4th card is, what are you bringing in from the past? Love this. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. Happy family, harmonious partnership, togetherness and support, emotional contentment and satisfaction for you and the people that you love the most, for them to be all wrapped up tight with you, okay, live and in person right now, okay? And this is what you're bringing in from the past, is that love that you carry, the love that you hold for that partner that you seek and for the other people in your life, okay? Even if things have happened, even if people have attitude, even if, they have let you down or put you down in some kind of ways along the line somewhere, you still have huge amounts of love for all of your folks and all of your people. And they know this. And that's beautiful. Don't lose that, because sometimes I can feel that's the only thing you're holding on to. Like, this is the reason that I do these things, to help you, because I fucking love you. If I didn't love you, I would not help you as much as I do. I can feel this here. I don't blame you. Oh, Bonita. Where at, darling? Cash App? Hold on a second. Cash App is being very weird to me. Thank you, honey. I appreciate that, darling. I got you right there. Let me write your name down. Thank you guys so much. Whew. My bills are due too, you know what I'm saying? So thank you for that. Okay, so Carol. What is the illusion here? The illusion that it's hard work, okay? That everything's hard work, that it's going to be hard work to get everyone in line. It's going to be hard work to get yourself there together with the partner that you desire and the lifestyle that you want to live. This is the illusion, okay, that is hanging over your head right now, is everything's so hard. There's so much time that has to pass. And truly, not liking the look of my options while I have to sit and wait. Okay, but the illusion is that you are dissatisfied to the point of disengagement with your everyday life, and Spirit is saying that those things have to have meaning to you before you'll really draw that manifestation in. Okay, you've got to be able to look around and see with color and reinvigorate yourself and shake off the blahs even before you have that partner in your everyday life and home. Okay, Spirit is encouraging you to wake up, shake the dust off yourself, and do something for you that is fun just because it is. And if you don't want to tell anybody, don't tell anybody, or whatever the case is. You've got to bring the color back into your life somehow. The flavor, the feeling, okay? Positive feelings, uplifting feelings, joyful feelings, silly feelings, giddy feelings as often as possible, okay? Because when we have to be in our left brain serious mode, like all the time, Spirit is saying that it can sometimes overshadow what you have going on, and it can push out those manifestations, okay? Because your manifestation is exciting for you. So embody that excited energy in other ways as often as possible now. Now, this is the sixth card in position, the reality of what is ahead. You've got Major Arcana card number 16, the Tower. I love this. I love the Tower. The Tower is a blessing. The Tower is the universe stepping in, and we can already see that there are circumstances beyond your control that are preventing the lifestyle that you desire at this time, right? But you're doing what you need to do, and others are doing what they need to do, and boom, the universe is going to assist you with this by throwing a huge curveball, a huge monkey wrench to completely demolish something that is being worked towards or built up that is not sustainable and needs to be released. This is the next card in sequence, Carol. Card number 16. The Tower indicates that lightning will strike and something will be demolished, but it is for the greatest and highest good. That way, whatever is going to be lasting and sustainable for you, of the greatest and highest good for your life, can then be built from this space. Okay? Because you got to make space to build what you like. And this is the universe making space for you and making space for that partner. Okay? Yes, this is a huge message. So I hope you're following me here. This is like shit's going down right now. And that is in the reality of what is ahead, the very next step, the very next card. So this is going to happen quick. I'd say within the next 3 months. Okay, let's go from there. Seventh card, your inner feelings. Your inner feelings. Five of Swords. About like that, huh? That's I'm depressed. I have anxiety. I'm worried. I'm angry. Maybe I'm not sleeping too well. I'm just really down in the dumps about this. Maybe I've got someone in my ear, or maybe that's me in my ear who's saying, "Who are you to think that everything's going to work out just fine?" You know, these fears, these doubts, whatever. Something that can put a wall between you and other people and make you feel about this big at times. All right, or just make your head ache. You want to detach, disconnect. This is the inner feelings, and completely understandable. Because not only do you have all that stuff going on, but you have a whole other life going on outside of the relationship that you are manifesting, right? So you have, other family members, other obligations, other appointments, etc., this, that, the other thing. So all of these things collectively can kind of make you feel a little bit burdened, a little down in the dumps. Okay. But Spirit is reminding you, like I was saying, oh my gosh, that you got to reinvigorate yourself with that happiness, because your manifestation is of a higher vibe quality than this. I'm sorry to say it. I don't want to say that. Oh, Aubrey, Cash App. I don't know why it's being so weird with me here. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah. Hi. Hi, Robin Meyer. Hi, Rita Zuniga. Yeah, thank you guys for being here. So, Carol, the eighth card, how others perceive you. Major Arcana card number 11, the Justice. Wow. Buy the book, obviously. By the book, ethical, moral, dignified, a solver of problems, a law abiding citizen, someone who can fix the problems, solve the problems, this kind of thing. That is what I see. Someone who is fair, balanced. I see diplomacy in this card as well. That's what I see, how others perceive you. Also, I kind of feel black and white here. You know what I mean? I can't get away with nothing. I feel that others may perceive you as the person who lays down the law. Okay. Also, Carol, in this card. All right. And that's card number 11 for you. 11, Justice. I know you'll be seeing those angel numbers all over the place. So here's one for you now. The ninth card, others in your environment. Interesting. Others in your environment. The card is Major Arcana card number 5, the Hierophant. Hell fucking yes. Okay, Carol, check it out. So listen, how others perceive you. This is not only from the partnership side, but also, yes, I do know his daughter's a lawyer. Okay. However, I feel like as far as maybe your son, okay, and your brother, like this is you coming in with your giant mighty sword to fix all the problems and make things right, and handle stuff in a real grown way, a mature way, like the King of Swords does, right? Others in your environment here. I freaking love this, Carol. Major Arcana card number 5, the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is about seeing the light and walking towards a better path for yourself, higher education, wanting more, and really anchoring that in. I feel like this is your son. This is others in your environment. Who's there? Your son and your brother, man. This is him seeing the error of his ways of the past and deciding he wants to walk on a higher path for himself. I got chills right now, Carol. This is the best news I've heard all day, girl. I am super excited. I feel like this is very sincere. Okay, everything that went on the other day, this card verifies that that is a very sincere motivation on his part. Okay, and this is like a change of heart kind of thing, a change of path kind of thing. Beautiful energies there. And absolutely, you need to take care of you right now when you're sick. Now listen to this. The final outcome on your current path, Carol, Major Arcana card number 6, the Lovers. Right? Did you see why I freaked out for a second? Like, holy smokes, that's exactly what she's been manifesting. This tower indicates that shit is going to be going down real soon in a real major way so that you can begin to rebuild. Even with this, in all of the legal and correct ways that you want to have the life that you desire with that partner. And not only that, but the correct kind of life and relationship with other family members in your life. Okay, friendships as well, but I feel family. Right? It does, doesn't it? This one always comes out because spirit knows what is up. Okay, as spirit shows up for you, Carol. I know it seems like a minute, but I'm telling you, this is really juicy for you here today. I can see resolution on the horizon around this, okay, around a lot of things. You putting relationships in your life into perspective and asserting your healthy boundaries, then creating beautiful and more harmonious relationships, more loving relationships. And spirit wants me to tell you how, because it may not seem like that when we're setting healthy boundaries. But it's because you can love them more, even unconsciously, subconsciously, when they're no longer violating your boundaries. So it's challenging to stand up for ourselves. And we'd be like, oh, I just won't say anything. I just won't even, whatever. And we allow other people to get away with this, that, the other thing. We don't want to rub them the wrong way, create a fight or problem, hurt anyone's feelings. So we eat it and we take it and we hold that resentment. You're infringing on my boundaries and you don't even know it because I've not told you this. And I feel like you should know, but for some reason you don't. And I have not said anything. So I'm going to feel victimized and angry. And I'm not going to quite have that open and loving connection with you that we are capable of. Now, if I'm able to say, I'm sorry, no, I can't do that, or excuse me, this makes me uncomfortable. Please don't smoke in my car, my home. I don't know. I'm feeling a few people here. When we can, build up the courage and bravery to say that scary thing and then assert our healthy boundary. And then that person goes, oh my goodness, yes, of course, I didn't realize, now we have a healthy boundary, I'll stop. And this naturally opens up that loving connection and relationship, okay? Because then I'm not harboring resentments and you're not harboring resentments, okay? And I can feel some people going, but what if they are, because we told them to stop? Who gives a fuck? You have boundaries and your boundaries matter. When they carve out some boundaries to you, run it by your inner guidance and your inner knowing and decide how to readdress that connection. We can make excuses till we're blue in the face to give our power away. And that's what it is when we don't stand up for ourselves, but it'll be more of a problem. Okay, then just sit there alone in your problems and let everybody else think that things are fine. That's not healing. That's not growth. And actually, that's a facade. It's fake. That's lying to allow other people to think that things are okay and not speak up is a web of lies. Then they feel that they're engaged in this certain connection or behavior is appropriate and it's totally not. And you're going off on your whole emotional thing when they're just being themselves authentically. So healthy boundaries and clear communication. Whew. Carol, I'm almost done with you, honey. I'm so sorry. Who's leaving? Carol? Huh. Hold on, girl. You got one last card. My final guidance from Spirit. Best friend. Recognize the loving and supportive relationships in your life, even if they are few. The value of a true friend supersedes any number of acquaintances any day of the week. Have fun with your friends, family, loved ones, and pets. Now is the time to play. You deserve it. Spirit was telling you to play and have fun, remember? This also serves to remind you that you are the kind of friend this world needs. If you haven't found your tribe yet, those connections will be made soon. Hold space and continue to be the kind of person you would like to have as a best friend. Love this, girl. That's your authentic energy, being there in the midst of the storm, like the calm in the eye of the storm, just holding your space, knowing that this too shall pass. This too shall pass, and this will happen one day. I really believe sooner than you think. Carol, that's what I have for you, sweetheart. Thank you for letting me read for you, darling. Nina won't leave your side. You guys have the most special bond, and it's beautiful. Sending love to you, darling. Beautiful. Okay. So I'm going to do a quick message here for someone, and then I'll jump back onto my guaranteed list. I'm going to give you the order of the list real quick. My guaranteed list, I've got Sandra, Catherine, Brenda, Pam, Karen, Bonita. That's the order of the list. So it looks like we're going to be here a minute, but I'd love to get another message for someone else. Let me just scan the feed here. Let's see. Maybe I'll look up here. Spirit, who should it be? It's Lily Paw. Lily Paw. Spirit wants me to get you one of these doodle tarots. Hi, Diana on YouTube. So good to see you, sweetheart. It's been a minute. I saw you on the other day, but I didn't see you while we were live. I saw the replay, and I'm like, oh, my sweetheart, she was here. So good to see you, babe. Lily Paw. Lily Paw, I'm going to get you something. Let's see what Spirit has for you. All right. They want you to have a 3-card past, present, and future. Where I'm going to put all these things. Bye, Carol. Love you, sweetheart. Sending love to you, honey. Get some rest. I know you're ailing at the moment, so rest and hydrate. Pamper yourself. Oh, yes. Aubrey. Thank you, Danielle. Aubrey. Thank you. Thank you. I apologize, Aubrey. Thank you for reminding me. Lily. In the past position, you've got major arcana card number 13, Death. And I freaking love these little doodle tarots. They're awesome, right? So in the past position, it looks like you really cut some things away from your life, had some endings, some closing of chapters that were really final. And it was a good thing because I can see the shift in this card. You see how dead everything is back here? But over here, it's living and green, and he's stepping into that newness. Sorry, this way. Wait, which way? This way. My camera's backwards. This way. He's stepping into that new energy, right? Oh, man. Karen Taylor, if you cannot stay up, your reading will be available on the replay, sweetheart. I understand if you cannot, and sometimes these nights can be lengthy, but if you cannot, it'll be here on the replay for you, I promise. So, Lily, closing those chapters and moving into new things, right? So in the present position, I dropped it. In the present position, you've got major arcana. Look at this. You've got 2 major arcanas here, girl. Major arcana card number 21, the world. All right. So the world is about recognizing that you are wise and mature, and you've really seen a lot of different things in life, and recognize, some areas that were just ho-hum and mundane. That's what I feel here, is that you've done all the regular things, and now Lily has up-leveled and is now doing amazing things. Okay. And we know this. However, I want you to know this from Spirit, that you have the ability to own your own empowerment and sovereignty in a very real way. And no one can take that away from you. All of the experiences and the knowledge that you have is yours alone, and it's hard won, and you've done it yourself. So Spirit wants you to be proud of yourself and decide where you want to take yourself in the next stage of your life. Because it's totally up to you to experience something new. Okay. However, I kind of feel here like you may not. Okay. You may get thrown into another cycle of sorts. Okay. So this is a reminder to you right here and now. In the future position, you've got the 5 of Swords, and the tagline say defeat, resentment, abuse, conflict. Okay, so Five of Swords, it's kind of about, can be about depression, anxiety, being down on ourselves, that kind of thing. I also feel that resentment, kind of like what we were just talking about, resentments, like I'm upset with you for not respecting my boundaries or meeting my needs in some way, but I did not advocate this to you. And Spirit is saying to take this kind of energy's power away by speaking freely about whatever it is that you might need in your day-to-day life. Because what's going to happen if you say, hey, I need to do this, that, or something, and maybe you do feel it's an inconvenience or it's different than the norm? Are they going to punch you in the eye? If they're going to punch you in the eye, then you are hanging around the wrong crowd, girl. I do not feel like you're going to get punched in the eye. Anybody who is, same message. You're hanging around the wrong crowd. But what I do feel here is the potential to be bitter about maybe missed opportunities because you did not allow yourself to speak up or branch out or stand up in the ways that you could have. And then you're going to hold that against yourself and against others, whomever was involved. This can happen. This can happen. So don't miss out. Don't be afraid to leap on the next thing because you don't want to have regrets, okay? In more ways than one. And I don't mean just the next whatever. I mean something that draws you, something that sparks your interest, your curiosity, your excitement. That is what Spirit is speaking to, so that you don't accidentally step back into a pattern of ho-hum, mundane. Life is, blah, whatever, yet again. And how did I find myself here, right? That's what I have for you. Thank you, Lily, for letting me read for you. I'm going to disconnect. Hi, Terry Pierce. So good to see you, honey. Hi, Ella Miranda. Good to see you as well, darling. And thank you. That would be totally awesome if you could tag people. Okay. Let's go here now with Sandra Hartman. You know what? I actually do have a couple of the doodle cards for sale. If you wanted to message my page, I do have, they're just little mini cards, but they are so awesome. If you're wanting to learn tarot, and even if you read tarot, they're cute little cards, and they have little notes with the meaning on them here. And then, like, say your card is reversed. Oh no, the card came out reversed. So it has like the reversed meaning here. So these are, I'll show you. Doodle Tarot, a study deck for beginners by M.K. Holloway. And I do have a couple of these. They're just little cute little decks. And if you wanted to message me, after the broadcast, if you're interested. But that's not like what I do. But yeah, I've got some by chance. You must be psychic. All right, let's put this away, Sandra. Hi, Tammy Rhodes. Good to see you, honey. Hi, Lindsay's. Good to see everyone here. Sandra. Hi, Scott. I'm working off a guaranteed list right now, but I am going to be doing some free readings as drawn by Spirit, so stick around. Oh, Terry, thank you. Yeah, I love my cards. I am partial and biased. You better believe I love my cards. All right, so Sandra Hartman, I'm connecting you with your energy, darling. For Sandra. Sandra has the seven card chakra tarot spread. So here it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to have to move these. 1, 2. That won't work. Hold on. I got to re-strategize here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, Sandra Hartman, I hope you're still here, darling. If not, you'll catch this on the replay. You've got 7-card chakra tarot spread. So let's talk about this. Now, in the root chakra, the base chakra, the first chakra is the Ace of Swords. It's funny, in chakras 1 and 2, you got 1 and 2, which is kind kind of tells me that maybe you're in alignment, Sandra, but there's a few tweaks to the process that could stand to be done. But I feel like you've taken a couple of steps in a really good direction, that is going to be stable for your future. So as far as just the numerology here of the cards, so most definitely stay on track with that. Keep up your momentum, even if it seems slow going at first. It takes time to build momentum, and pretty soon I almost feel like you'll be rolling downhill and collecting more like a snowball, when it gets bigger. Fantastic, Sandra. Okay, so root chakra here, Ace of Swords is a card. So root chakra is about your home life, your stability, your security. So I can see here that you're really brainstorming, maybe in the headspace about how to make this better for yourself, for your folks, maybe even financially. This could be you kind of seeing a light at the end of the tunnel, making steps, a plan to improve your home life, your security, your finances, even your family relationships. Okay. But I do want to say to you that you can't let it stay in the headspace. Okay. The Ace of Swords is really thinking intensely about it and coming up with some kind of plan, etc., but it's not taking any actions. Okay, so Spirit is suggesting that, like I said, those couple of steps that you've taken, I feel like maybe those were very begrudging steps, and you've got to praise yourself and pat yourself on the back for taking the steps that you've taken when it is quite challenging to put one foot in front of the other in certain areas of life, right? I am an avoider. I will tell you this. I hate making phone calls. Sandra Hartman, is this you? I hate making phone calls. When my phone rings, I panic. My heart drops. I do not want to answer the damn phone, especially if I don't know the number. Oh my goodness. So I want to say to you, I feel like this could be some form of procrastination. I don't want to have to call and make all the appointments. Oh my God. I don't want to have to go through that whole unknown process because it's unknown to me and it's scary. It's hanging over my head a little bit. But once you educate yourself and find out, and it's no longer unknown, and now it's fucking done. It's not over your head any longer. You integrate the information and you move past it. It's not hanging over your head anymore. Like this, Sandra. Goodness. Second card here, sacral chakra. You've got the Two of Wands. Okay, I said you have two in the second chakra. The sacral chakra is about our creativity, our passions, our relationships. Okay, this kind of thing. Now in the sacral, you've got the Two of Wands, meaning I'm sitting in this place, but I'm kind of daydreaming about something else, man. This is that step. I said, hey girl, what steps are you taking? This is taking the steps, or at least making that plan and really committing to do that. Okay, so I feel like this is you becoming willing. Okay, I'm willing. I'm willing to take the step, but it's just not quite the right time. It's not put together yet. I want to say to you, if you want to achieve something, you will find a way. And if you truly don't, you will find an excuse. Okay, Spirit wants me to say that. And we can all do this to procrastinate and push stuff out when we're not quite ready to go there yet. And that's okay. So take the guilt off yourself. There are no deadlines or timelines. Okay, Spirit says the only one who's rushing yourself into some decision that you're not ready to make is you. So stop rushing yourself. And relax. No one's rushing you, darling. I can feel this jumping right into my heart space, Sandra. Sending love to you. So in the sacral, Two of Wands, making a plan, an actionable plan of steps that you can take to better your relationships, to better your life, to expand your horizons. This could even be moving location or getting a promotion, something like this, all right? Traveling to go visit people or places that are moving to you, that are exciting to you. Now, in the solar plexus chakra, the third chakra, you have Six of Pentacles here. Okay, Sandra. So Six of Pentacles indicates generosity, generous giving in a real physical way. So I can see here how Sandra, they're hitting my solar plexus now, okay? And I can feel how you're an empath. And that equal give and take is not necessarily always a positive experience, okay? When you're spending times with other people who you love and care about very deeply, and there's an argument, it hurts tenfold, man, because you're an empath and you feel it very deeply. Okay. Now I'm also sensing here not just the arguments, but also you may have a lot of people either online, on the phone, or in person that flock to you that say, Sandra, oh my God, guess how my day went, or you won't believe what's happened to me. And they want to dump all over you. And I can feel how your solar plexus is going, eek, right? Oh my gosh, I can't handle this. So Spirit is saying, Sandra Hartman, you have a bomb ass energetic frequency. Okay, girl, but sometimes other people don't have the greatest frequency, the greatest energy management, the greatest experiences or stories or energy patterns to share with you. Okay, so breathing, noticing, look at me, I can't even breathe right now. Sandra, noticing how you're breathing throughout the day. Sometimes we can unintentionally start breathing very shallow, and that can affect your whole physical body and systems. Okay, your blood becomes less oxygenated, your brain can start to get a little bit foggy. You may be having some of these symptoms, headaches. Hello. So recognizing your breath patterns throughout the day as you move through your day. And more than that, when your breath patterns are out of whack, take some big deep breaths to expand the abdomen, expand the chest, and really stir up everything that's been stuck down in those lower chambers. You know what I mean? So really expand and blow it through your lips to get rid of anything that has been trapped. Okay, so do 3 to 5 of those breaths. Don't get yourself all dizzy. Okay, however, they're also suggesting, on a side note or in addition to that, Spirit is saying to breathe from above your head, yellow light, yellow or golden in tone, because you need to breathe it down into your solar plexus, which is right below your rib cage. Okay, I feel the tummy ache, I feel some problems here. So you're probably experiencing problems in this area, i.e. Tummy issues, indigestion, other things like that. You know what I mean? So that is what I feel here now. Spirit says yellow or golden light from above your head. Direct it with your breath. Close your eyes, settle in, sense it in whatever way feels right to you. Envision it above you and direct it. So on the in breath through your nose, you're going to draw it in as far as it'll go, right? And you can sense this, allow this. And on the out breath, it settles where it's at. Okay. Okay, well, that yellow gold energy or whatever is still not quite to my solar plexus, which is 2 inches below my ribs and in the center of my body. So you need some more breaths in through your nose. Oh, it's almost there, but not quite. Okay, one more. Oh, there it goes. Right here it is. Now, when you find that you have brought that color into the solar plexus where you need it, inflate the darn thing, please. Allow it to expand and glow brighter with that breath. And I can feel how this is literally affecting my physical body in a positive way. It's alleviating some of those symptoms that I can feel that you have been dealing with. Okay, so do this as a regular practice to begin introducing healthier energy patterns into that solar plexus. But for whatever reason, darling, it's just a little bit out of whack. I think it has to do with you not quite receiving all the bomb ass energetic frequency that you are putting out there to the people that you care about in your life, etc. And I see others who are saying you're resonating with this. Thank you, God. I'm glad you're here to hear this. If you are resonating with the information, please use the breathing techniques, use the guidance as your own. Spirit knows that you are here and wants you to receive that message if it feels right for you. Okay, so thank you. I'm glad. I knew I was talking to more than just Sandra on that. So I'm glad you guys can hold it. I want to disconnect from that pain. Sandra, I'm going to move up to your heart chakra here. Wow, you've got the number 4 in the heart chakra now. You've got the 1, the 2, the 4. Holy smokes, you're almost in alignment with these darn numbers in your chakras. So I love how they're it's like Sandra, Spirit wants me to just tell you real quick that like it's like this is clicked into place and this is clicked into place. There's a couple things missing and that seems all right, this, that, the other thing. But everything will be filled in, okay? Everything will jump on board, everything will smooth out, all the cracks, all the holes, all the whatever, right? These things that we're afraid that are still hanging in the air, those things will smooth out and be in cohesion with all the other stuff that you have going on. You just got to keep doing your best, being your best, embodying your highest vibrational energy at all times, because the highest vibrational energy that you have magnetizes into your experience high vibrational experiences. And that's stuff that makes us feel good, right? That's stuff that makes our soul shine, our heart smile. And so embodying that energy intentionally and on purpose tells the universe that this is what I want my life patterns to be like. So you receive more of the same. When we sit on the pity pot or sit on the worry windowsill, that tells the universe with the law of attraction that that is how we are choosing to spend our time. Please deliver more of this to me. And with the law of attraction, here we go. More things to worry about, more reasons to panic and fret. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining in. Okay, let's get here, Sandra. Sandra, you got the Four of Pentacles and the heart chakra here. This is about really buckling down to what's important to you, what's precious to you. Maybe you are moving, okay? Maybe you are considering moving, or you're actually doing the damn thing, because this is like, I'm done. Can I say this right now, that sometimes people close chapters before the chapters are actually closed? You like do it on the inside. You come to terms with it. You kind of have acceptance around how you feel. You've been able to unpack things and make decisions and feel clear about this. That's kind of what I feel here, is that Sandra has become willing and ready to detach or disconnect or move on, right? Whether you actually have is kind of up in the air as far as I'm concerned, especially with this Two of Wands being here. You know what I mean? This isn't like the Knight of Wands or anything like this. You know, this Knight of Swords. No. This is a two. I'm still kind of back and forth about this, but just in case, I've got a bag packed. Just in case, I've got all my things tucked away exactly where I need them, so I know and I'm ready, and I don't have all the excess this, that, the other thing. This could also be your protection around your heart. I'm not making friends. I'm not meeting anybody new, because like shit has gone down and I don't want to know people. Okay, that can be a self-protection mechanism that we have. So let's just say that Sandra is down to brass tacks on her heart space, and that's not a bad place to be, because when you are here, you are clutching what's important. What's she clutching? Yeah, her purse, but herself. Her eyes are closed and she's focused on her. And that is exactly what you need right now. So don't feel guilty about this, Sandra. And anyone else that's resonating, I feel it landing in my heart. Your heart might skip a beat, or you might feel a little something there. Yes, that is your message. You might get chills or tingles. Yes, that is your message too. Please accept it as your own. Whew. Okay, let's see here. One moment. I see that I've got a few donations. Let me catch up on this. Okay. Wow. Hold on. I see someone on YouTube with a love reading. Meadalene Thomas. I'll write you down. I see Shawnee. Shawnee. Tina. Thank you, Tina. One moment, guys. Tina, where'd you send that donation to, sweetheart? On what platform? Oh, my bad. Oh, Gina, you're telling her that. My bad. My bad. I thought you were telling me that, Gina. See, I'm so confused. Please forgive me, guys. Please forgive me. I'm the best. You're so funny. All right, let's get here now. That heart chakra, I love it, Sandra. Now, the fifth chakra, the throat chakra. Ooh, major arcana card number 20, judgment. Now, judgment is about, look here, I know my standard. I know my worth, and I'm not going to allow anything less than what I truly deserve or desire in my life. Throat chakra, you're not going to talk to me like that. I have boundaries now, okay? And I'm not sticking around here. How come you're not doing your part? How come I'm doing too much? Whatever this could be, okay, at work or at home, or maybe in multiple areas. When judgment's in that throat chakra, that's like, look, everyone's going to hear it. This is how I feel. And everyone's going to know, but it's not like, blah, I'm going to vomit on you. It's like, hey, this has been coming for a while. I'm not being rude. I'm not a bitch. I just have my personal opinion, have my healthy boundaries. I have my preferences. I know who I am, and I'm not going to change myself for you, nor my communication, my speech, etc. I also feel a lot of compassion in this card for others as well. Sandra, and I'll tell you why. You are a very compassionate listener, because the throat chakra is not just about everything you say. It's about communication in general and the things that you are perceiving, receiving, and hearing from other people as well. So Spirit is saying that Sandra is an amazing, compassionate person because she's had shit go down in her past and people were not there for her, or not kind for her, or not compassionate to her, whatever this is. So Sandra does it overtime now. She empathizes from a place of deep understanding and wisdom. Do not bite your words back. Spirit tells me to tell you right now, when you bite your words back, that's when you get a sore throat, a bad tooth, whatever this is. You start to have those kinds of effects in that area because you're not allowing the energy to flow from your heart as you know that it should. Yes, Aubrey. Thank you, sweetheart. Okay, Sandra, third eye chakra, you've got the 7 of Pentacles. Love this. Okay, so this is about pouring into what you want to see and realize in your life. Something tangible, something physical, the lifestyle that you want to live, the job that you want, the physical health that you seek. These are the efforts that we are putting into what we want to receive in our life. And that being in the third eye chakra tells me that you have really had some visions, and maybe you are following them through within certain parameters, is what Spirit is saying. There have been things that have pulled you off track, etc. So Spirit is wanting me to say to you that the things that have pulled you off track from stepping firmly on the path towards your manifestations, towards your visions of your future, those things that have detoured you, if you will, have slowed down those processes a little bit. But as you step more firmly onto that path and align yourself more directly with that frequency, that manifestation, you will realize it more quickly, because where you place your attention is what grows in your life. What you focus on is what enhances. So the more energy that you put in those areas that you see for yourself, the vision for your future, for the betterment of today, honey, for tomorrow, okay, that is what you're going to see enhance. And Spirit wants me to say also that when you're looking through a lens of negativity and pessimism, that's what the fuck you're gonna find. Nothing but problems and bullshit. But when you decide to like drop the tude, okay, and let some things go and look through a lens of optimism, gratitude, hopefulness, love, neutrality at best, if you can help it, all right? Maybe sometimes they're challenging. We're all real people. Hello, it happens. When you can do that, then you will find much more positive things in your environment, but it's an enrichment to the depth of the quality of life that you are having. Okay, Spirit wants me to convey that to you. It's a choice. The way you want to look at the world. Who's out to get me? I'm feeling defensive. What do you need? You know, instead of how can I help? What's going on? So glad to be around, you know, whatever it could be. All right. Crown chakra here, Sandra. Thank you so much for sharing. You guys are the best. Crown chakra, you got the 6 of Swords here. Okay. 6 of Swords is about really cutting out things that aren't working for you. And it's funny because this red reminds me of the root chakra, the home life. And we've kind of been talking about you making big changes in the home or around the home or even from the home, you know, moving from one place to another, whatever. This card is also moving. Okay. But it's a very, I feel it's not completely done. See, 3 have been cut away and these others are still coming with her, right? She's decided like, this is not good for me. That's not good for me. So those were kind of easy to let go of, right? The crown chakra has to do with your connection to the divine, your own spirituality, that kind of thing. So the way I feel about this is, sometimes we can do things, participate with things, have these kinds of conditionings or bad habits or behaviors that kind of make us feel more separate from God, less worthy to connect with God, source, creator, higher power, higher self, the divine, whoever that is that you pray to, universe, all that is, the power of love, whatever, that's who's answering your specific prayers. So what I'm saying is we can have these filters that are kind of layers that are making us feel like we're blocked from God, but we are the ones who have the blocks there. Okay, God is never blocked from us. Spirit is always there for us all the time. We can't escape spirit even if we wanted to, but we sure can hide. And sometimes that looks like I have these bad habits that I don't think God would approve of, right? And I feel guilty. So I'm going to just kind of, duck and cover and not really listen to my intuition and not really feel like I need to, have that time or connection, or I don't really, maybe God, I hope God doesn't see me, right? But Sandra, this shows that, you've cut some of those things away. And I'm honest here, like I'm a real person like anyone else. And I cuss, I vape, we all have bad habits, right? But imagine that one of these little birds is just like, oh, when I cuss, I feel low class, so if I stop cussing, I'll feel like a better, cleaner person, a better citizen, whatever, right? So maybe that is one of those things. I've stopped cussing and I feel better about myself, and maybe I'm eating healthier too, and now I'm feeling better. And maybe I'm waking up on time every day and I'm not showing up late. Those are things that I've cut away, those negative habits or behaviors that were holding me back in some ways, right? But I still have others that, maybe will be a bit bigger later on to deal with. And I say to you, honey, now's not the time. Progress, not perfection. You are actively attempting to be your best self, and that fucking matters. That will take you to great places. Spirit says, I feel Sandra and others here, okay, that are checking in to go like, am I a good person? Am I doing all the right things? Am I on the right path? Am I doing enough? Right? Am I a good person? Spirit, let me know. Like, bad people don't give a shit if they're good people, if they're doing the right things, if they're showing up in the right ways. So yes, the answer to all of those questions is yes. If you even care, you have awareness and an intention around that fucking matters. Okay. And Spirit honors our intentions to have better, healthier lives for ourselves and with others. And you know why? Because there is we each have a soul. I have a soul that's unique to me that animates this body, right? And you have a soul that's unique to you and it animates your body. And then like pets have souls. Did you know that? Yes. And all of our loved ones, they all have souls too. Well, our souls come from, it's like a drop from the bucket of God, source, creator, higher power, higher self. I don't care what you call it. When we go all the way to the top, that is the source energy, the God source, the creator of all of our little souls, okay? And it lands in each one of us during our experience, okay? And we have that within us. That's your inner compass. That's your intuition. That's what tells you stay away from bad stuff and lean into this or that, right? That's that God energy within each one of us all. And recognizing that we all have this. Recognizing that we all have this kind of helps some people to be more objective when dealing with challenges with others. Okay, real stuff. Like if this is another aspect of God, just like maybe I am, okay, maybe I might treat them a little bit differently because we're kind of the same. We're kind of the same. We're just doing our best. We're just on this journey doing our best, acting out or whatever, right? But remember that God wants you to live your best life because God's in here living it with you. Okay? And in order to live your best life, you're the person to advocate for yourself, to demand a standard, to live in the circumstances that are of your greatest and highest good. And sometimes that means standing up for yourself, standing up for your God self. Hello, Spirit is speaking to you. Spirit does not want anything bad to happen to you, right? Just like you don't want anything bad to happen to your loved ones, to your children, to your pets. You are a child of God. So begin to act like it and advocate for yourself. You're the only one to do it. And that is in the divine plan. To build up those guts and that courage and that bravery and to realize that you do matter enough to have boundaries, to have an opinion, to take up that space. Because you are the one living in your body. Okay. So Sandra Hartman, that was for you. Thank you so much. I'm going to disconnect, darling. Thank you. And let's see here. Kind of challenging here. Okay. Danielle DeCaro. Danielle, I'm going to get you a Talking to Heaven card, okay? Danielle DeCaro. And then next on the list is Catherine Jean O'Donnell. You're welcome. You're here, girl. Sending love to you. Remember that breathing technique. Definitely going to help you with that whole tummy thing. Woo. Danielle. Goodness, Danielle. I'm connecting with your energy, honey, and I want to get you a card from your dad. I have one that fell. I'm going to read it from the book, but I'm feeling a lot of pain in my body as I'm connecting in here. It's passing now, but goodness, I'll tell you. Dad couldn't drink a lot of soda, right? I feel like it would really upset his gut, if he drank too much of that or something. And I also feel he may have had a heart attack or a heart condition at some point. That doesn't have to be the method that he passed away. However, I also feel his yearning for the female companion that he was missing toward the end. I do feel that whether it be your mother or another wife of his, an ex, something like this, I feel that yearning for that partnership that he didn't have. He drank Sprite. I can feel how when he drank Sprite on an empty stomach, it would make his stomach would make the weirdest noises and he would belch. He could drink it, a lot of it, but if it was on an empty stomach, his stomach would fill up with Sprite, make the weirdest bubbly noises or some kind of thing, and he would belch. He's showing me his the whole thing. The whole thing, Danielle. Now here, let me give you your card here now, darling. Although you may not understand it now, everything happens for a reason. Yes, is it Mitaline or Mitaline? I don't know how to say your name, but I do have you on the list, darling. Thank you. Yes, with Coca-Cola, it was like that. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the validation, Danielle. He's definitely bringing that to me. And heartburn, oh boy, with that Coca-Cola heartburn and belching and all the things. Okay. he's saying something about how it could even run right through you. You know what I mean? If you weren't ready for it. Thanks, Dad. Don't want to hear this. Appreciate it. Definitely something maybe your dad would say, I guess. Thank you. Thank you on YouTube. Appreciate it. Okay, so although you may not understand it now, everything happens for a reason. There is a divine order behind everything that happens, including the time of my passing. I realized that you weren't ready to let me go. And in many ways, I wasn't ready yet either. Since my passing, I've received spiritual counseling to help me see the big picture of my life and of my death. I now understand that I had to leave the way I did. It was part of my soul contract and yours as well. I now see that everything in this universe is mathematically precise. There are no accidents. At some level, your soul knew that I would leave before you did. We've both been preparing for this transition since the beginning of our relationship. I am grateful for all of the beautiful moments we shared together, along with the lessons I've learned from the difficult times. It's all divinely perfect. And he is giving me like him being face down. Was he found face down, honey? Because I see him like face down on the ground. And I feel like he loved to wear blue, like a light blue shirt like this. He was on his side. Okay, well, on the ground, though, that's interesting. Okay, thank you, Danielle. We don't make it fit. That's just interesting. So why would you show me that? He's putting. Oh, he passed away in mom's arms. Oh my goodness. Oh, is that the yearning, the partner then, or is regardless, nose to the ground, nose to the ground. If he wasn't face down, nose to the ground is what he's saying. Then, put your nose to the ground. Something like, putting one foot in front of the other and marching forward in all the things that you need to do, because you know that you have responsibilities. That's how you put your nose to the ground. And he's showing me that he'll help you, because he knows it's tough to put everything aside and continue to function, okay, to continue to move forward, but you're doing great. He's like, yeah, she's been putting her nose to the ground. Okay, thanks, Dad. And he supports you in this. He knows that you have been staying on top of things, even if you have to step away quietly to cry here or there or something like this. He knows. He says, you're still doing great, kid. You're still doing great, kid. So why are you so hard on yourself? Please stop being so hard on yourself. I've started therapy and on meds. Thank God. He loves you and he knows you've put your nose to the ground. Good for you. He knows that you have been putting that foot in front of the other. Yes, absolutely, sweetheart. He notices. He comforts you in those times. You're not alone. He says, even when you think like you're alone, you're not alone. Of course, he respects your privacy. Of course, sensitive moments, but in those moments, he still tries to love you, even if you can't sense him. He says he tries. He says he tries, and he's mentioning something about like a knock on the door or something. And birds, yes. You said it. You've seen the hawks. I was going to say a knock on the door. I can see you maybe in a restroom or something like this and hearing a noise, a weird noise. There was nothing that happened in there, no source, something like this. But also the birds. He's saying the birds outside the window or just in the sky, recognizing these things. That's him being with you in the privacy of, yes, the knocks. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you. How could I possibly know any of this? I don't. I'm just a regular person from California, but your dad is present in your life, Danielle, even though he's already passed away. He still loves you every bit as much as he always has. More, he says, even more now, more. And he's giving me that to the moon and back thing. So maybe that is for you. Of course, it is, because he still loves and supports you. He's still your dad. I'm still your dad. I'm still your dad, he's saying, Danielle. So keep doing all the good things. Keep doing what you should be doing, okay? Because I love you and I expect a lot out of you, and I know that it's because you can do it. You're capable of that. Woo. Thank you, Dad. Appreciate you. Danielle, sending love, darling. Yes, I've been looking at the night sky. Yes, thank you. See, honey, I couldn't make this up if I tried. There's just no way. We do live on, and thank you, God, that that is the case, because our past loved ones that we miss, that we grieve, we will see them again. We will reunite with them one day when our lives are dull and boring and done and through, right? We will see them again, and it will be a happy reunion. It will be a surprise and a joyous time. So you're welcome. I'm so glad. Sending love to you, Danielle. Catherine. Sending love to you, Danielle. Catherine said something from spirit. Just looking for any positive messages from above when you're ready, Catherine. Okay. Thank you guys for being here. I do appreciate you being here. Thank you. Thank you. Catherine, Jean O'Donnell. Oh, okay. Catherine. I have a lady with very, well, it's not like that big. I'm sorry. That was an exaggeration. Fluffy hair. Okay. Fluffy hair, almost about my length, maybe a little longer, but much fluffier. Much fluffier. And she is putting clothes on a clothesline to dry. I could see that maybe she has a washer in the washroom, but she's got a clothesline and she's hanging up some clothes on the clothesline. And she's got a headband in her hair to kind of just keep it out of her face as she does this. I can see her squinching her eyes like she's not wearing her glasses right now, but she could sure use them. I'll tell you what. So, Catherine, this feels potentially like an aunt or grandmother kind of energy, but it could be like, hey, mom, something like this, female clothesline. I see her wearing a pink shirt, and I need to tell you that it's a little tight over the midsection because she's got a little bit of a poochy belly. Okay, I'll just give you that. But much love coming from the spirit world for you, Catherine. So, what is this about? She's out in the sunshine, Catherine. Thank you so much. My grandma used to hang out the window to hang clothes. I appreciate that. I feel grandma is here with us, Catherine. And boy, does she love you. Oh, why is she wagging a finger? Stop that. What is this? She wants to do this too, Catherine. What is this about? Anything positive from the spirit world? And grandma comes in with laundry and wagging her finger. Catherine, do you have laundry building up or what? That's okay. I really do feel like the sun and the wind that is outside and around her, Catherine. I can feel how maybe because I smoke. Oh, it could be that. It could be that, girl. I'll tell you what. Um, so this is okay. So let me just bring her in here. I could be that most definitely, but the sun and all of those things. Okay, so I understand that the weather might not quite permit a lot of sunshine going out, and getting your feet into the grass or feeling the wind on you, the sun on your skin, this kind of thing. But she's really indicating that if you do have those few bright open moments where the clouds part and maybe you get a little bit of something, something to jump out there and embrace that and absorb that and feel it on your skin. Okay. Because it will really help you to feel more energized and healthier. Okay. Too much junk. LOL. Thank you for that, Catherine. Yeah. She's definitely saying there's a few things here and there that could stand to be addressed, but her house is her own, of course, her house is her own, and she keeps it just fine, just fine. Grandma went to different lengths to pinch those pennies, and it's because it was part of her routine. You know what I mean? It was part of her routine. However, she made it a part of who she was. She made it her own and decided to enjoy even the most mundane tasks, Catherine. She's letting me know right now that that is something that you could also do, and be aware of it. Okay, so sometimes we got to step into stuff that doesn't sound like fun. Okay, but we have to do it, right? So when those things kind of arise, pretend it is fun is what grandma's saying, Catherine. Pretend it is fun. Okay, and then you'll show up feeling a little better, and everything will flow a little more smoothly. Okay, so that's what grandma wants to say. Let's see what your card is. Oh my gosh, I love this. I'm going to read it from the book because you better believe she knows what it says, Catherine. I send you loving signs through nature. Yes, that is me sending you signs of my love and my presence. I learned how to do this from the angels and from our other loved ones who are here with me in heaven. Boy, she feels like a touch of a gossip, I'll tell you what. I bet she loved to talk on the telephone to like two people. She's enjoying this, right? Together, we send you reminders that you are cared for, watched over, and protected by us. We've sent you birds, dragonflies, butterflies, flowers, clouds, and rainbows. Each time you notice these signs, your body has given you confirmation of who sent them to you. collectively, grandma's saying it's not just her, it's many of the past loved ones, and you have a sign for this one, a sign for that one, and you piece that together. And she's saying, yeah, girl, you're spot on. Exactly. You know who's sending you something. And you do acknowledge that. So that's fantastic. She wants me to say there's something that's weighing on your heart, okay? And she wants to say that it's going to be okay. She wants to say it's going to be okay, child. She wants to call you child. It's going to be okay, child. It's going to be okay. The heaviness is only in your heart. It doesn't mean that's in the future. Things will be resolved. And not in the ways that you might worry or fret about. Okay. I'm so glad that you're trusting the signs and your body signals. We are so connected, and that includes our connection through nature. I love you. Wow. I love that for you, Catherine. Absolutely. Now, she's bringing up the Wiz. Not Wizard of Oz, but The Wiz. That's what I hear. The Wiz? Is this something you watched with Grandma? That's weird. Grandma. Maybe it is The Wizard of Oz then, but that's what I did hear. Good night. And Yahtzee. She's just wanting to throw some things out, either memories and connections of the past or things that are happening here and now, because she sees these kinds of things and she still remembers all your good times together, Catherine. The family time. Ah, owls, Catherine. How about that? Yes, The Wiz is a movie, but if The Wiz is not a movie connected to Catherine, how about owls? Because The Wiz connects to owls for me. So owls, maybe you found some owl feathers or you've heard some owls lately. Good night, Sarah. Hope to catch you guys on the next one. I know these broadcasts can get lengthy and the comments go by so quick, and I get pretty focused on, who I'm reading for. So keep coming back and maybe it'll be you. Catherine, if you have yet to hear an owl, see of an owl, receive an owl feather, I feel like that'll be very soon. And that's just another hello from heaven for you, from Grandma, as she supports your unfoldment. You are wise. You do know, but your worries are not the same as knowledge. She wants to remind you of that. Not the first time I've heard owls, but don't know. No worries. Put that in your pocket, Catherine, because that could come to you later as double validation for you. I'm here. Even after the broadcast is over, here I am in your living room as we spot that owl or hear that owl or you find that feather or maybe even see it on social media or TV. Honey, you got to be aware, but she will bring that to you. That's how I feel about that. Thank you, Catherine. You have to let us know. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect from you, sweetheart. Thank you. Brenda Walker, are you here? Brenda Walker, you have a Celtic cross spread with the bonus card. You're welcome, Catherine. Thank you for your donation, honey. Sending love. Brenda Walker. Whoop. Oh. Let me shuffle these again. Brenda Walker. Connecting in with your energy. Shuffling the cards for you, darling. Brenda. Woo. Mm. My hair's in my mouth. Gross. Sorry, guys. What in the world? Okay, bonus message from my spirit team. I saw somewhere from a tribe that an owl feather means that the person passed into the body of an owl. Maybe that's it. It depends on your belief system. Some people do believe that we reincarnate and can become animals if we would like to. Others believe that the energetic frequency of a soul that is not in the body can affect the animals and cause them to, react a certain way. Or even some believe that they can temporarily embody the animals to come to you and do things or bring messages of that nature. So it depends on what you believe in. I personally can tell you that I feel somebody saying something about their loved one being trapped in the body of an animal, and that's not the case. However, sometimes it's in the soul's incarnation journey to incarnate into another form that is not human. And sometimes it could be an animal. Yes, I've witnessed animals who have the same soul essence as a past loved one that I recognized. And I would not give that to you if I didn't have that. That just, it blew my mind too. Okay, so I just give that to you. However, it is a choice, and it doesn't mean that that happens every time. And that's not necessarily what I feel has happened with Catherine's past loved one. But, it depends on your belief system. I'm not here to convert anybody. Brenda, your Celtic cross, what is the current energy here? King of Cups. Similar to the other Celtic cross that we saw. The the court cards can always be people in our lives. So this could indicate, focus around masculine energy, that kind of thing in your life. However, it could also be your own emotional mastery. Notice this king has his eyes closed. All right. He's not even worried about scanning the horizon for bullshit. Like he's totally unplugged, tucked in, unfazed. Like I don't have to trip. I don't get drawn into drama. I'm old enough to not play games. I'm old enough to just chill and relax and handle my biz and not start any problems. And in fact, I don't have a lot of problems that people bring to me because that's not the kind of energy that I keep. Okay. That's what I feel here with the current energy. Now, what's crossing you at this time? The issue, Two of Pentacles. This is I want to move. Okay, but where? Okay, in my heart of hearts, I'm trying to decide, maybe emotions are a little bit overwhelming, but the king can master them and handle them and piece them out as long as he unplugs and takes time to sort through those things. Okay. However, this Two of Pentacles is about, I'm kind of living in this physical existence or experience, but I'm daydreaming about this one. Maybe I'm even planning about this one. I'm fantasizing, if you will, or maybe I'm juggling a couple of different things. And I tell you what, you have to put something down because you can't juggle two things forever. That's why Spirit is indicating to you to anchor in the one that is more in alignment with your soul's calling, more in alignment with what you would like to see for your future, and use your inner compass as guide. Spirit is saying whatever is exciting to you. Okay, if it seems boring, it will be. If it seems like a chore, it will be. If it seems like a horrible commitment, you don't want to have to do it, it will be. And that's how it's going to turn out. So Spirit is saying, listen to your inner knowing. And if it's exciting, it will be. It will be good for you. It doesn't necessarily mean it'll be exciting 24/7, but exciting means positive energy. Yes, becoming more peaceful. I see that here. Balancing all of that. This is also here. Let me just tell you, honey, and both of these cards together. Balancing those emotions. You know what I mean? Balancing my physical life with everything else that's going on inside of me, but still showing up and doing the darn thing and trying to keep myself afloat and above water and all these things. I love that you're becoming more peaceful because you're integrating the new chapter that you're stepping into, right? You found acceptance. You're moving through all the processes. Now, what is the foundation? Major Arcana card number 11, the Justice. Okay, I love this. So listen, in your heart of hearts, you want to move, girl. The foundation is I have the money to do that. And I have the Leo leg to stand on. I have the ability to make that cut, to make that decision, to take that step. Okay, but it's still crossing you. That means you have not done it yet. Oh, I love that. So move or travel. What are you bringing in from the past? This Eight of Cups energy. Okay. Eight of Cups is walking away from things that aren't serving you any longer. So I can tell that you've made some cuts, but you're not done. Okay. I kind of feel like you're walking away from almost everything. Okay. And that's all right because you're walking toward something else. See this bright light ahead of her? She's focused on that. She's not looking to see the cup that's burning. She set it on fire so she couldn't turn back if she wanted to. Okay, because her future is there and that's where she's going. And this is what you have bringing in with you as you move forward. Beautiful energy. The illusion here. Wow. Seven of Wands, okay? Seven of Wands can say people are against me, people are judging me, people are talking shit about me, and I have to stand guard or stand my ground. That's what I see here. But this is an illusion. Feeling like somebody has an opinion about whatever you're doing is an illusion, okay? So Spirit wants me to say to you, Brenda, that when you talk yourself out of things because what you think people will think or say about that, it's all illusion. It's all false. And you're robbing yourself of some potentially exciting chapters. So that's what I was saying about listening to that excitement and following that through and not running it by some weird ass internal criteria meter that says, well, what is this person going to think? Or what will they say? Or how will it look to these people? That kind of thing. Because all of those things shut you down and none of them are even standing on true footing. Okay, none of those are real. They're all made up by you inside of you and they're holding you back, girl. We can all do that. We can all do that. Oh my gosh, how could I possibly step out of my comfort zone? Because what will everybody else think? Oh boy. Okay, so listen, the reality of what is ahead. Three of Swords. Listen. Three of Swords is heartache, heartbreak, grief, emotional trauma, and wounds, that kind of thing. It could even be a third party infidelity kind of thing. But what I see in this card is you coming to terms with all of the depths of the emotions that you have endured. Okay. You're moving through it. You're doing well. This is just the final wrapping up of all those things, really getting clear and honest so that you can unpack, let it go, and move forward with that heart firmly mended. You know what I mean? This is you acknowledging everything that's happened and allowing yourself to grieve for your circumstances, allowing yourself to grieve for the potential future that is no longer a reality in your life. But when you do this, it empowers you to make new choices and step in new directions that are healthy for you as a person, as opposed to you how you were before. Which, I mean, yeah, you were a person, but you were a unit, and now this is about my heart, healing my heart, choosing me, and deciding how to even do that. Right. And not feeling bad about it. This could indicate that you feel too guilty to move forward and make decisions for yourself. I just want to say that, like, oh man, I really want to move, but like, what will other people think? So I'll just stay and be miserable. Okay. I just want to say this. So now that you have the foresight and the awareness, you can avoid those kind of pitfalls by honoring yourself, because everyone else honors themselves. They don't say, oh no, what does Brenda Walker think? I had better not do that. No, they don't. So you don't either. Your inner feelings. Major Arcana card number 14, Temperance. Love this. This is about that discernment. Fantastic. So you recognize the darker patterns that you don't necessarily want to have to deal with, and you recognize the bright spots that you really enjoy, but you know that kind of life comes one with the other. There are some good periods and some challenging periods, and you are balancing those within yourself. You said this is the card for how you are feeling inside. Look at this guy. He's rough, man. He is worn down. He's just getting off work. He's got work boots. His clothes are dirty, but he has angel's wings and a halo. It doesn't matter how worn down this world has made him. He still has an angelic soul, like an earth angel. That's what I feel here for you, honey. That is what I feel for you, Brenda, is that you, no matter what life has put you through, you are still just a kind and caring and giving individual. And that matters so greatly. that matters so greatly, that you have held on to the true authenticity of who you are, your integrity, the love and compassion that you will allow to overflow through you and to others. It's a beautiful thing, and it is needed in all of the ways that you are able to give that. Okay. And some people who have been in situations like you have in the past, yesterday or 20 years ago, girl, spirit wants me to say right now that some people would not give like you give, wouldn't love like you love, wouldn't show up the same way that you show up for them. Okay. Some people wouldn't do that with all the stuff that you've been through, but you're special, girl. You are a survivor and truly a gentle soul. So this is fantastic energy to have. But look, they don't think about me as much as I think they do. Understandable. That equal give and take is necessary. Recognizing when we're giving our whole heart, to the situation, and others are sitting back, having a smoke, watching us do it all, that is when we learn discernment. This doesn't feel good to me. This doesn't feel balanced or fair or right. So I pull back a little bit until I'm about at an equal give and take. Is that person? Brenda. Well, you're welcome, but Spirit is giving me the information to say to you that is coming from the divine. You are not insignificant. Spirit knows your name and knows your heart deeply. You know if this is true about yourself. Let Spirit speak to your soul. You deserve it. Good night, Lily. How others perceive you, Brenda. Three of Cups, a friend, a supportive, connected individual who will be there for them to hold them up, and you the same. People enjoy your company because you are nice to be around, because you have that generous compassion and giving quality about yourself. However, this is, you're funny. Spirit wants me to say, it's whether we're speaking or we're in silence, like you can have a good time with your folks because it feels good to be in presence with your energy, really. I don't know if you understand this. Have you ever went into a space where you felt very uncomfortable being in presence with people? Okay, I'm just speaking real stuff. Maybe a stranger in a tight area, like an elevator, a stranger who, you rubbed you the wrong way or whatever in the tight elevator. I want to say you can recognize when somebody, oh God, I don't want to go around them. I always feel like crap. They have bad vibes, whatever, Brenda, people feel opposite of that for you. Man, Brenda's vibe, she just feels good. She's so calm. She's so kind. I just love being around her. She's so funny. She's so sweet. These kinds of things. This is what Spirit is giving me, that people feel like you are just comfortable, girl, in a very real way. And that is so needed. So needed. So others or the environment. Major Arcana card number 13, death and rebirth. Okay, so others or the environment, we all know, I'm sorry, sweetheart, but you lost someone. So that could speak to this. I couldn't make this up. Okay, but also chapters are closing, doors are closing, and new doors are opening. That old future, that old life, that old life, that past is gone. It's everything's different now. And that's this, but it's not just for you, Brenda. It's for others as well. I feel like some people have seen the light or had a wake up call of sorts. Okay. And this is them really turning over a new leaf. Okay. So that is real. I want to say to you that these new chapters are real and sustainable as long as you continue walking and they continue walking in alignment with those goals and that path. Final outcome on your current plan, Major Arcana card number 0, the Fool. So this tells me that you're going to move or travel or whatever this is that you're up in the air about, that whole different lifestyle plan. Okay, that different lifestyle plan. I don't know what will make me happy anymore. I'm just kind of trying things to find out, and I haven't anchored anything in, but I'm kind of juggling it around, pondering it, thinking about it, right? This indicates that you're going to do something. Strangers tell me their life story. I believe it. And I bet you listen and are genuine and sincere. Oh my goodness, I've heard of some such. You're not a brick wall, right? Exactly. They tell you because you listen and you receive them. And I want to say whatever it is that even if you don't say something profound, which I feel like you do, I feel like you say some profound things, and that is Spirit speaking through you in a channeled fashion. And we can do this. This happens all the time, where spirit just grabs a hold and you start giving this profound guidance and you go, wow, I'm a genius. Where did I come up with all that great stuff? And spirit's like, you're welcome, little human down there. Okay. So Brenda, spirit is saying that sometimes you have the most profound stuff to say, and that's great. Other times you may not, but you receive them. Okay. And as a sensitive individual, you're able to transmute that energy if you keep your own vibration very high. Okay. And make sure that you release with your showers, etc., to cleanse your energy. However, this card here indicates that you will start something brand fucking new, brand new to you. You may not even have it, in the realms or on the diagram yet. You know what I mean? It might take a little something to push you until you're ready to take that leap somewhere, some which direction. Maybe the offer hasn't came, but when it does, you'll jump on it because it sounds exciting and great. Okay. So spirit is saying right here that this is a new chapter that you have yet to see, and you've got to trust spirit. That spirit will catch you no matter what it is. It's going to be beautiful. It's a new adventure, something you've never seen before, but you've already learned about all you could learn about all the things that you've been through, right? So now's the time for an up leveling. And that is exactly what this is for you, Brenda. Love that. So let's talk about your final guidance here. The card is heavy. Sweet, brave soul, you are so tired. You carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. Your deep sense of empathy causes you to show up for others in every way that you can. Wow. We said that, right? You may find your time, energy, or even pocketbook being stretched thin for the sake of others right now. It's time to shift the load and put the heavy weight down. Pray for the highest good of those you are concerned about and leave it in the hands of the divine. Others must pick up the slack and do their part. Put your foot down if you have to. You cannot do all things alone. That is what I have for you, honey. Brenda. Brenda. Oh, so it's time to delegate responsibility to those other individuals, or even decide to, part ways in whatever areas of life that you are planning to do that, because you've already done some of it, but it looks like you still might, intend to walk a little further and do a little more, Brenda. But make sure that you're not psyching yourself out for the sake of what you think other people will think, because that is completely false. It's an illusion. It's not real. Thoughts aren't real, right? But they can become things, okay? But our thoughts are just opinions, fleeting thoughts, this or that. And when we predict other people's opinions about what we will do, we really sometimes rob ourselves of a great experience, because chances are, I want to say, if you ask, oh, hey, what do you think about this? Even if they were like, holy shit, that's stupid, right? Then you're going to can it, right? Oh my God, this person that I care about, they think it's stupid. It's got to be stupid, but you're the one who was called. They're not on your path. They don't know what in the heck you're talking about. Okay. So why are you running it by them? Now, you go ahead on your path, you decide to have the experience, and then you come back to that same person and go, check it out. I did this, that, the other thing, and it was crazy. Guess how it turned out? Blah, 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 blah. You have the whole story, and they go, wow, that's incredible. I can't believe you did that. That is so amazing, right? Forgiveness, not permission, although you don't need either one. All right. But if you run it by them after it's said, done, and everything else, you've got the results, you've got the story, and you've got their fucking validation, if that's what you feel like you need. And if you don't have their validation, then that tells you more than I could possibly say. Brenda, that's what I have for you, babe. Thank you for letting me read for you. I'm going to disconnect. Oh, turn my pin on. Guys, I got to use the restroom. I don't want to drop people. I've got to use the bathroom. Let me give you the order of my readings right now. So I'm still got the guaranteed list. Pam will be next. Karen Taylor, Bonita Birch, Aubrey, Mitaline. I don't know if I said M-I or M-E. Mitaline, Thomas, and then Shawnee. That's who I have on my list. I'll be right back. Thank you for waiting. I'm sorry, guys. Appreciate you. Yes. Oh, Brenda, I understand that, sweetheart. Thank you for the feedback. I'll read the comments on the replay, but right now I'm going to go ahead. Thank you, Danielle. So glad it resonated. Thank you for letting me know. I really have no idea, but spirit and our past loved ones are excellent communicators. So definitely, I'm grateful, very grateful. I'm going to grab me another something to drink. I'm sorry. One more moment. Okay. Okay, I promise. Here we are. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. You better believe it. Pam Dite. Pam Dite. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle my deck and connect in with your energy, sweetheart. You have a 3-card past, present, future. Heck yeah, smoke 'em if you got 'em. Pam, past, present, oh, future. All right. Pam, in the past position here, you have the 9 of Cups showing up for you. This is like a single person who is emotionally satisfied and fulfilled, okay? Very content in their own energy, if you will. And this is in the past position. So reinforcing the positive energy that you had at some point within your own skin, within yourself, okay? Being that it's in the past position. In the present position, you do have major arcana card number 15, the devil. Okay, so the devil is challenging energy patterns. Okay, it can be addictions, temptations, abuse, trauma, manipulation, control issues, lies, cheating, stealing, perversions, that kind of thing. So anger issues, our deep dark secrets, our unhealthy coping mechanisms or patterns that we don't necessarily care for either in ourselves or in others. Okay, so Pam, it looks like at some point in the past you were doing pretty good. Okay, and now there's this new introduction of a negative or dissonant energy pattern to your own. This kind of a pattern feels like it has the upper hand, okay, and it can really rope you in and have a hold on you, okay. However, the power that it holds is illusory. You are the one who has the power over this. Your own choice, your own free will enables you to make decisions, but sometimes all we can see is the pattern and not our ability to change things. Okay, so spirit encourages you to be aware of whatever negative patterns might be bringing your life or you down. Okay, only you know what these are. I'm a technical reader. Not everybody needs to know your business, but you should know what we're talking about here. What's the quickest way to improve your life? Raise your vibration, okay? And what's the quickest way to raise your vibration is to release any lower vibe energies, okay? And that means anything within yourself or within connections that are dissonant to your soul. I'll tell you, we're all regular real people here. Hello. And prior to my spiritual journey, okay, I was living a regular life like anybody else, and I had no problem. I'm not saying I was a liar, but I had no problem fibbing if I needed to from time to time. You know what I mean? Telling a little white lie here or there. However, I want to say to you that somehow, some way, when my spiritual journey unfolded, like I grew this block of a conscience like you wouldn't fucking believe. I can't lie to save my life. I have to tell the truth no matter what. And that is kind of what I feel here is like sometimes those little tiny things that lower our vibration, we have to give them up. Lying lowers the vibe because that's secrets, that's guilt, that's shame, that's hidden things that I've got to keep track of, right? So those kinds of things can lower our vibe. So all I'm saying is, I'm not saying you're a liar, but I'm saying that you will feel the urge and the call to release these kinds of things. It will continue to rub you the wrong way so that you can recognize that this is the problem that Spirit is speaking about in your life. And when it becomes loud enough, you will decide to make an empowered change. But it starts with brainstorming. This is what you have in the future position, Pam. Brainstorming, okay? Because when we're in this pattern, this is all we can see, right? Not our control. Like I said, not us standing and rising and going, fuck the pattern, right? Fuck the pattern, right? Or standing up to say, I don't like this pattern, right? I don't like this pattern, whatever this could be, removing it from your life, addressing it, facing it head on, okay? Sometimes we don't see a solution. So spirit is calling your awareness and attention to recognize the problem and brainstorm the solution, because there are some. Understandable. I'm not saying that you are a liar. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, maybe this is not you, sweetheart, but maybe others in your life who have quite a bit of control and power, and maybe there's an imbalance there. Okay. Or other people who have bad habits that you don't necessarily agree with, but your hands are tied, or you have not addressed it because you don't want further problems, or whatever this could be. Okay. So I'm not saying that you are a liar. I'm glad you tell the truth. And yeah, some people don't like it when we're honest. Why? Because they are probably living in some kind of falsehood. So, Pam, what I'm saying to you is to recognize where the stickier energy patterns are in your life, the things that bring you down, the things that are problematic. Okay, that's what we're talking about here, and putting some brain power towards that, towards resolution. Okay, because sitting in problems is just like being okay with this. Okay, well, I'm okay with whatever this is, and I feel like maybe you're not okay. Okay, I feel like maybe some things just aren't right, but you feel like maybe it's not your place, or you're not sure how. So pray about it. Ask spirit. If you don't know, ask spirit, what are these things? Okay, but I feel like you know. So pray about those things. Dear God, I don't know. Spirit, God, source, creator, higher power, higher self. That's who's listening to your prayers. Okay, so that's who's showing up for you. Hey, spirit, I got some challenges in this area, but I have no idea what to do. Can you step in somehow and just kind of make a way and show me the way? Ask spirit for that, and allow yourself to brainstorm. My kids and I are not connecting. Oh, yeah, that can absolutely weigh heavily on your heart. That can absolutely weigh heavily on your heart. Dissonant connections when you would rather have a togetherness, right? Disconnection, estrangement, distorted connections when you would rather have, love bonds. It could be. So listen, praying, but also brainstorming, but also listen, being your best self today, tomorrow, and every day in between the time that you reconnect and now. Okay, because you are walking on a path, and by the time you guys get into connection with one another again, and it will happen, you want to be your best self. You want to be at your highest capacity for your children, so that you can receive each other in the best ways, right? So spirit is saying to plan and strategize. What does health look like to you? What does a stable happy life look like to you? What do those things include, Pam? Spirit is speaking to you right now about structure and routine. If a healthy, happy, stable life looks like you waking up when the sun rises, taking a shower before you have your coffee, making sure you get 3 square meals a day, and winding down at this time, and going to school or whatever, work. I don't know what you're up to, Pam, but spirit is saying to kind of carve out those ideals of what a happy life would include, and start doing some of those things. Start anchoring those into your everyday awareness and into your vacations, yeah, getaway, etc. But don't wait, Pam. Don't wait until you have a getaway to really embody happiness. Try to find it today, here and now. Watch TV and laugh, listen to music and dance. Feel these things, okay, and really embrace them. Don't allow happiness to be some elusive thing that's only in the future when all of these other things click into place. You deserve happiness now, and you have it, and you could find it, but spirit is saying to embrace it. Embrace it and recognize with your full awareness in this moment how much you are grateful for enjoying that time that you're having in that moment. That will bring them into you quicker as well, because the reconnection is high vibe. Okay. Imagine how amazing that's going to be. And listen, Spirit is saying, Pam, when we are drifting off to sleep at night, that is the prime time for manifestation. Okay. So if you're attempting to manifest some kind of a connection or reconnection in your life, a reconciliation, then when you drift off to sleep at night, fantasize about that, the excitement, the reunion, the life afterwards, when you guys are now in connection, all the things that you'll do, the hugs and the kisses and the smiles and the fun times. Allow yourself to be excited as you drift off to sleep. This tells the universe, this is what I want in my life. Please bring this to me, and do it every single night and watch how quickly this happens. Pam, that's what I have for you, honey. Thank you. Karen Taylor, what was her request? Absolutely. I always have high hopes for that for you, Pam. Come back closer to the time, but I'm telling you, I always have high hopes for you on that. I think you've asked me a couple of times, maybe last year or the year before, and it's always been real good. So I don't feel anything else around that. No, I don't feel anything else around that. Thank you. Oh boy, Karen Taylor had a question. Is she still here? I don't think so. I think she went to bed, right? So look, I'm going to put Karen down at the end if she went to bed so she can catch it on the replay at the end. Bonita, are you here, Bonita? What is your request? Yeah, I'll put Karen at the end and I'll tag her and let her know. Or maybe someone can. I will. You're welcome, Pam. Sending love, darling. Thank you. Thank you so much. But she wanted to know about her cat. Yeah, thank you, Danielle. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm aware of what she was wanting to know. So I'll do her reading at the end so that I can hit everyone else who's still here. Bonita, what's your request, babes? It's your turn. Ah, what happened? Hold on, something weird is happening. Yes, I know, honey, but do you have a specific request or you just want me to open mediumship? That's fine with you. Mediumship message for Bonita. I get it. Bonita. Wow. Bonita, do you got a partner in spirit? I just need a path. I don't know what you mean. A path. Open. Yes. Well, let me know if you happen to have a partner in spirit. At some point or another. You know what I mean? Someone that you dated who's in spirit or you were with romantically who's in spirit. If not, don't just tell me no. Just be like, no, and we'll move forward and feel into this a little bit more deeply. Bonita, this is interesting. So I'm getting some sensations in my body. My ex-husband, thank you. And you've slapped him before, yes? Because he's like telling me, oh, she knows she slapped me before. She hit me before or slapped me, something like this, but it was not unwarranted. I'll say this. I feel like he also might have been somewhat, physical. Bonita. Yeah, thank you. So you can understand this. getting a little physical with the ex, maybe once or a couple of times or whatever this is. Yes, she says, thank you so much. He wants to apologize for that. Wow. Okay, Bonita. He's really bringing me in. Forgive me for moving around. Sometimes that helps the energy to move. He's really bringing in a message about, boy, remorse. Okay. Because, boy, he sure like, he kept you in a box. Okay. This was how Bonita is. Okay. And he's really coming through with remorse and regret about the box that you were kept in. It's kind of like you did all the things, and within your box, the two, like you did all the things, Benita. Like, I go to work, I clean the house, I take care of everything, I do this and that, I mind my P's and Q's. You really walked the line. You walked on eggshells being in this relationship, and he really is letting me know how grief stricken he is when how his was when he went through his life review, and even now. Because back then, he was really functioning from a place of masculine dominance and fear, and conditioning and fear, that if I don't control you, then my home is not the typical household that I am supposed to have. Okay. So I can feel his total regret around all of this. And I'm right in my heart with him. So, heart attack, heart condition, something like this potentially. Oh, he committed suicide, you sweetheart. So his heart was kind of, really heavy. Okay. Really heavy. But honey, the two of you were not together when he committed suicide, right? Not that that makes it any easier, but I feel like the two of you, yes, yes, you were, yes, you were not. My heart. Let me just say, he's really coming in to say that he really infringed upon your free will, and he prevented you from growth and expansion in a lot of ways. No, you were not. Thank you for that. Yeah, he's telling me like, when you guys were together, you were very limited, and it was because of him and his masculine male ego. Okay. And his conditioning and his, behavior. Um, but it's not okay. And he is so glad that you saw the light and that you walked out on him. Okay. He's so glad that you left him, but that has nothing to do with why he took his life. He wants to say this. Oh, you did his eulogy. That's beautiful because you knew him and loved him in a very beautiful way, even with all of his flaws and shortcomings and the misunderstandings. He seemed to have misunderstandings with just about everybody, right? But not necessarily you. But not necessarily you, because you could always see the good in him, the little slice of good in him, and that's why he wanted to keep you all for himself, because you did see the good in him even when he couldn't see it himself. So he wanted to keep you all to himself, and it worked for quite a while, but you were not happy. And honestly, he wasn't either, but he thought that that was the way to get happiness, was to do those certain things and have that kind of life. And if I just keep control on all of these things, we'll be fine. But his control is what crushed the happiness in the household. He was in a dark place. Yes, I want you to know that he appreciates you, and he loves you, and he's asking for your forgiveness, although it's up to you to grant that or not, because he recognizes that he really may not deserve it. He did you wrong in a lot of hurtful ways. I'm sorry, I don't want to say this, but he's referencing that he cheated on you with friends of yours that you guys knew. Okay, so I don't want to say this, but it was like a stab in the back. I don't want to say that. So what I want to say to you is that it was in the divine plan for all of these things to happen. And in fact, His suicide was one of his exit points, and he decided to take it. And it has nothing to do with you. It had nothing to do with you. There's nothing you could have done or said or saved or reached out or, so please let that rest. Oh, wow. Look at this on the bottom. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. You have a card that fell on the floor. But this, oh, wow. I tell you, he's begging that forgiveness. The card is, don't be afraid. My transition has changed everything for both of us, and you may be frightened of the future as a result. Wow. Listen, he wants me to say to you that oh, you sweetheart. Thank you for the validations. I have no idea, and I don't want to say those kinds of things, but if that's what he is telling me to say, I have to give it to you. And I'm so glad that you understand and that you can connect that dot and it resonates. And again, I'm sorry, please forgive me. And this whole this transition that's changed everything, that's not necessarily it. Things have changed. There's other things in your life going on that may have you frightened for the future. Okay, not necessarily just his death, but I also want to say he wants to say that, like, you might be afraid of him poking around your space. You're happy to hear from him. I'm glad. I'm glad. So I don't know if you're kind of afraid that he's kind of popping into your space. Like, he's telling me maybe you're sensing him or thinking about him in times when you would not want him around. Like, I'm getting in the shower. I hope he's not here, or I'm changing my clothes. I wonder if he's watching, this kind of thing. And he's just bringing me that to you that, he does pop in with you, even when you think that he may not. Okay, but he will not violate your free will, your privacy. And if you don't want him around, you can more than welcome to say that. You're only allowed when I invite you to come visit. You're welcome to leave that door open or shut. He wants you to know. No, not at all. I can smell motor oil. Oh, so you smell him. So you smell him. That's fantastic. Okay, check it out. Please know that you have nothing to fear, my love. Rest assured that all of heaven is watching over you, including me. Although you can't be in my physical presence any longer, you can definitely rely on my spiritual presence, which in many ways is much more powerful than when my soul was limited by my body. My love for you has increased now that I'm no longer restricted or distracted by physical demands. And with my increased love for you, I'm able to help you even more. Oh, and he's referencing a son. Do you have a son with him that he's referencing, or is that the tubal pregnancy that I'm feeling? Because I feel, a reference to that, maybe maybe pain around that a little bit. Bonita, sweetheart, that is what I have for you, honey, and I'm going to leave all of his love with you. He says he sits at the kitchen table with you. When you sit at the kitchen table, I don't feel like you're eating, but maybe you're at the table with papers or notebook or something. You're at the kitchen table, laptop. I don't know what you have, but I don't feel like you're eating. I feel like you're at the table and he sits near you and watches what you're up to. Wow. He says, you're so damn capable, woman. He really did limit you so much. And without his control hanging over you, you just grew and expanded. And you are so darn capable. Wow. My heart. He had 2 sons with someone else. So he's referencing the sons and the pain around that. Oh, my heart. No wonder it's landing in my heart again. Just another wound that he, feels. So, sweetheart, I want you to know that he deeply appreciates the love that you have for him. Even after all of the things that you guys went through, you have a special bond. You knew it then, you know it now. And he wants to say that he made it. He's not lost somewhere. He's not hovering in suspended time. He made it. He made it to the other side with everyone else. And when it's your time, many, 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 many years from now, he'll be there to surprise the heck out of you and show you how to use your new spirit body when it's your turn. Okay. I'm so happy that you were glad to hear from him. And I thank him for coming in for you today. Thank you so much. I'm going to leave all of his love with you, Benita. Gosh, he's giving me more, Benita. He's so particular about his hair, his jewelry, something like this. Oh my gosh, do you have his jewelry? Had to get that haircut. That appearance was important, right? Oh, you sweetheart. Yes, Whitney Farley, I'm going to add you to the list, honey. Thank you for your donation. Whitney, I'm adding you to the list. Thank you. Gina Wright is my moderator. She might be dropping in some helpful tidbits to help the broadcast flow more smoothly. You have his hat. Thank you for that. I'm like, what is this? He's showing me something here. Yes, you have his hat. Thank you, Benita. And it is special to you. That is beautiful. Thank you so much. Okay. Aubrey. Aubrey. Past, present, and future for you, honey. You guys are the best. Thank you for being here with me. I still do have quite a few names on the list. Let's see. I've got Aubrey, and then Mitaline, Shawnee, Whitney, and Karen. Aubrey, I'm going to ask your higher self to step in for this reading. Messages of your greatest and highest good only. Past, present, future. Oh, I'm so glad he could come in for you today, Bonita. Thank you so much. Aubrey, in the past position, you have a major arcana card, number 8, the strength. Okay, the taglines say inner strength, bravery, compassion, and focus. Okay, so this being in the past position doesn't make me think that you are now weak or vulnerable. Okay, but it does show me that you have been through some stuff and you've had to stand on your own 2 feet and really be that assertive person in your life, if you will. In the past, I feel like this is pretty recent past. You've really had to assert your healthy boundaries, stand your ground, maybe show up for things that you didn't necessarily want to show up for the sake of putting food on the table or taking care of things that need done in your life. This has really kind of paved a pattern of Aubrey handles her shit. You know what I mean? Aubrey handles her shit. And I feel here in the present position, you have the 4 of Pentacles, okay? So the taglines on this are greed, possessiveness, hoarding, and control. However, this is what I feel. This card is kind of miserly, okay? This person is hanging on to everything that they can possibly hang on to. And I feel, yeah, she's still doing it. Exactly. That's what I feel here with this strength card, is that I'm doing all the things because I have to. But now that the patterns are kind of lightening up a little bit, it's still just you. And I feel like there's the need to reach for others or towards others or hold other people responsible for their part, because you can't carry all that yourself. Look at this. Okay, it was fine for a while. I had the stamina and the momentum to keep going for a while, but now look at me. My hands are busy. My feet are stuck. I'm carrying something on my head. I'm not free flowing. This is a lot. This is a lot to juggle. This is a lot to do on my own. Okay. I also see with this card that you could be saving money. That's fantastic. Okay. Fantastic to save money. But what I want to say to you, girl, is if you are saving money, but the folks that you support are pouring it on the fucking ground, then you're not saving shit. Okay. I'm sorry to say this. I can feel how, I'm saving for this, I'm saving for that. But then my kid's going to ask me to go run through the drive-thru and we're going to spend 20 or $30 or whatever, right? These kinds of things can drain this hard-earned money that you're trying to put together for something important, right? Maybe the betterment of your life, a little bit of breathing room around whatever's going on, okay? But when you make these kinds of decisions to defer and give in, it takes you right back depleted, maybe past where you were at before. So Spirit is saying that you can't carry everything all on your own. And if you're making wise decisions, you need to be very well-rounded about it. If you're holding yourself to a certain standard, no, I'm not going to splurge. No, I'm not going to have that extra whatever because I'm saving. Oh, but you want it? Oh, you want it? Okay. I'll just spend the money so you can have it. Then that's fine. But you wouldn't do it for yourself because you're fucking saving. So now's the time to put that across the board and not go that extra for whomever this is that's taking from you, because that's what's happening. They're robbing your goals and your dreams. Okay. I'm sorry to say this, but they are pushing that manifestation out longer. And oh boy, Spirit wants me to say that some of these people, that is the intention. You get enough money, you outgrow some shit and move along, and they don't have you there as a resource any longer. I'm sorry, I don't want to say that, but Spirit wants me to say that. I got chills from head to toe. That tells me I need to say that. You need to hear that from someone who has no fucking idea what your life is like. Because Spirit is in the house speaking to you. And you have a plan to save up some money and do better with yourself, but other people are taking from that. And some of it is intentional, because if you don't put it together, you'll never leave. I'm sorry. At work or at home, you know where this is. Everybody doesn't need to know your business. Now, in the future position here, you've got 3 of Pentacles, teamwork, creativity, learning, and apprenticeship. 3 of Pentacles is about everybody putting in their equal part. Check it up. You're doing your chores. You're showing up on time. If I have to go to work, you have to go to work too, motherfucker. We're splitting the bills all these ways, and I'm paying my part. Are you paying your part? That's what this is, holding people accountable. I got chills again. When is the rent due? I'm going to write this out. It's going to be on the calendar. Oh, everyone's hungry. Do you have money for your share, or are you treating all of us tonight? Really holding people accountable. And if it's not in the cards, if they don't have it and they want you to dip into that same old thing, then you know what, guys, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. This is earmarked. Pretend it doesn't exist. Progress is very important. Now, I'm telling you, this 3 of Pentacles has potential. Okay? This isn't arguments and clashes. This is reasoning and logic and collaboration on a peer level. Listen, guys, we all got to do our part. Get everyone on board with the vision. Okay? Look, I can only be strong for all of us for so long. I'm faltering, I'm losing step, and we want to go places with our lives, right? Is this all of us on board? Are we all wanting to go somewhere? Or is this just me and my hopes and my aspirations? If we all want to go somewhere, then listen, guys, this is what we need to do. We've got to cut back on these excessive expenses, okay? And we've got to pitch in where we need to so that we can have better lives for ourselves. Are you on board with this? I feel like they will be. I feel like if you just say this and spell it out in that way, they can't deny the logic. And if they can, or use their own free will to not conform, then you have your own free will to readjust those connections and relationships as you see fit, because you are the master of your life. And when you recognize these kinds of tactics and mechanisms that try to pull you off track, you have the empowered awareness to say, I know what the fuck this is, and it ain't happening, okay? That's what's up, Aubrey. Stepping into a future where you're cracking the whip, man, but you need to sometimes. You know what I mean? And if you feel, I'll just tell you right now, if you feel like you can't crack the whip, then you're not in the right connection. And I'm not saying to be mean, but when I say crack the whip, but hey guys, jump to conform. Are we in this together or what? And if I can't say, we've all got to do our part. If I can't say this and I can't demand or expect or even mention that you do your part, then I shouldn't be here, man. Well, I could, but it'll cause a problem. Then I shouldn't be here. It shouldn't cause problems. There are other things out there in life and in the world that won't cause a problem. If you decide to say, hey, but what about this? Hey, I need some help. Hey, can you pay a bill? Welcome, 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 Marianne. Welcome, everyone who's new. My name is Heidi. I know I've been on for quite some time and it's getting late, but I do have a list. Aubrey Lynn, that was for you. Thank you so much for letting me read for you, honey. I'm going to disconnect. Sending love. You got to speak up. I feel like people want to jump on board. They do, but they just don't know. They don't have the purpose, you know. But if you have the awareness and the purpose, boom, it can happen. Let's see. Meetaline wants a love reading on YouTube. Meetaline. You would like to focus on love, but I'm going to get you a 3-card spread here. And we'll ask Spirit. Aubrey Lynn says, thank you so much, Heidi. You're on point every reading. Thank you, Aubrey. I do appreciate that. I just trust Spirit. I have no idea, you know, but I trust Spirit, and it seems to work. Oh, okay. I see you there. Thank you so much for that, honey. Thank you. Needed a personal reading. Okay, yeah. So what do you have a specific request then? Love reading, but did you have anything more specific than that, honey? I see that you did increase your amount. Thank you. Thank you. So I'll go ahead and change that. Thank you. Spirit. Love reading. So you have a question. Yeah, sure. Give me your question, honey. Okay. Love your energy. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. My ex and I broke up in December. I'm in no contact. He won't talk to me. We were together for 2 years, long distance, traveled the world, met each other's families. Will he come back? Oh, honey, my heart goes out to you. I understand. We were together for 2 years. Oh boy, and he broke up in December. It's just been a couple of months. Meetaline. All right. Will he come back? I'm going to grab my own oracle deck for this one because I got some great cards in here that address relationships. Wow. Get you a little bit more than that, most definitely. Hold on, sweetheart. I'm going to get something on his energy a little bit. Headspace. Heart. Physical. Spiritual. And his intentions. No. Thank you, Danielle. We used to talk on the phone every day for hours for 2 years. I miss him. All right. Okay. All right. So, Meetaline. I'm saying that right? Meetaline. Okay. So the card that you have from my own oracle deck is this one here. Past your nose. You may have found yourself suddenly in a period of your life where you can't seem to think or even plan past your nose. It takes everything to stay on track and keep step at this time. Just keep doing the next right thing. You must focus on each present moment. Accidents and mistakes can happen when your mind is fretting over the past, the future, or other concerns. The future may be somewhat obscured from you, and you aren't sure what to expect. That's because it's going to be better than you can imagine. Focus on doing your best and being your best self right now. Okay, so I love that for you. And I went ahead and jumped into some cards on his energy. Okay, so in the headspace, major arcana card number 13, death and rebirth. Okay, so that's the closing of a chapter. Okay, so I do feel like in this moment, he has disconnected for his own empowerment and well-being. Okay, kind of like I'm pulling in to work on me and figure out where I'm going with my life. I've been taking care of my health and improving my job. That's fantastic. That is the best thing that you can do to enhance your own energetic frequency and raise it to the most positive vibrational set point that you can achieve. And that will anchor in the manifestation that you desire. And if it is a harmonious partnership with this person, then that will be that. And potentially it could be outside of that, but I don't necessarily feel that. So investing in yourself, as I feel that that is what he is doing. Okay. So death and rebirth, I want to say to you that I don't feel this being in the headspace. I feel like it's not just you, okay, but a lot of things that have happened that pushed him in this direction. Like, I just have so much going on right now, and this is like one other thing that I just can't. I need to pour into myself. I need to figure out what's going on with me. I feel here something like stress, anxiety, that kind of thing, wanting to buckle down on healthier practices in life. Okay. So I want to say it wasn't like, everything's fine, but screw you. I feel like there were other things that happened that pushed him into a corner. His job and mental health was low when it happened. Thank you for that, Mitaline. Thank you so much. And hello, new subscriber. Hi, Monty. Thank you so much for being here. So, yes, I feel like all of that contributed to his decision to walk away. Okay. And we got into a fight and he broke up with me. Understandable. So in the heart space, he's got the Two of Swords here. So the Two of Swords, yes, thank you, Gina. I appreciate you, sweetheart. I know I still got a bit to go, and I appreciate everything that you've done. You have a great night, honey. So Two of Swords in the heart space, as far as he is concerned here, okay? And this is about this or that, like connect with you or stay away, connect with you or stay away. It's back and forth in the mind. And in fact, a blindfold on it indicates that he's procrastinating or hesitating to make some kind of a decision because he's unsure of which option is exactly correct. But that does tell me that he has not let go of you in an emotional way. He's definitely still has you there in his heart center, very much alive. But I can see with these cards and with the message that is coming through how much it is important for him. It's almost like he has a lifeline, like I really just have to be okay with me right now. It's not that you're bad. It's just that I have a lot going on and I'm not sure how to manage this. That's what I feel here. Oh, honey. Listen, I want to say this. I just want to say that I'm receiving the information that there is a definite chance that he went off of his meds or kind of had a little misstep in taking them or some such thing. Okay. And I'm feeling like that also could have contributed not only to this whole scenario, but to him not returning because he's not quite got that all sorted through. And that can create problems, especially when we're like taking our medication, because sometimes we have to. Here in this physical human dimension, our bodies sometimes require medication to function just like everyone else's, right? So that's what I feel here. And then sometimes when we start to take our meds and we're feeling a little better, this, that, and then we might forget, oh man, I skipped the dose, I forgot. Or maybe we feel so good that we go, fuck those meds, I don't need those anymore. I'm feeling all right. And then, that the dosage can suffer and you can begin to have some challenging or adverse effects or symptoms. So that's what I'm feeling here, whether it was a mistake or an accident or intentional, is that something like that could have caused a bit of a wrinkle in that program and it is still not sorted out. That's what I feel. It's still not quite sorted out. So in the physical sense here now, King of Cups, Mr. Emotional. Okay. I feel like he is kind of taking a look at the past with you and holding his head high, if you will, to try to reclaim some of, his own emotional maturity, if you will. Like I kind of feel how maybe he stormed out like a baby, but he's sitting in his energy like I'm Mr. Proud. I did the right thing. I kind of feel this here, like I'm a little bit dignified about, my reasons for doing this, because I don't feel like he's quite where he wants to be as far as his traditional mental health and wellness. Okay. I'm not saying he's out there, but what I'm saying is that he's not quite where he is when he's at his best and his healthiest. He did. Thank you so much for the validation, sweetheart. So that's the ego and the pride. Yes, the ego and the pride. Absolutely. So in the spiritual sense, Page of Swords. Okay, so in the spiritual sense, this is new information being illuminated, trying to really educate oneself on the processes and walking that tightrope. This is what's expected of me, to try to retain this status in my life of personal freedom, or I don't know, quality character, this kind of thing. So he's educating himself here on, how do I be the best version of myself? Like, do I need to take my medicine? Are there other ways? And this is also keeping up on that routine. Like, okay, if I'm gonna have to commit to this, it's really gonna be a big deal. Okay, and maybe I don't know everything there is to know. I feel like this is him kind of also questioning God in some ways. I'll just say that, or maybe even finding God in new ways. Okay, God, source, creator, higher power, higher self, whoever that is for you. I do feel like this could also be him kind of leaning in that way, praying. Hey, imagine that. I want to say to you, you're not the only one with a broken heart, or with that wounded heart chakra around this. There are real feelings there, and I feel like for him as well, that could be, he's praying about this, or talking to the God of his understanding, whatever that might be, okay, in the quiet of his heart. And you don't necessarily know. I'm not saying he's on the ground on his knees, but I am saying inside of us, when we're desperate, please God, please help me. I don't feel good, or the situation sucks, whatever. I feel some desperation there, maybe reaching for the first time. I don't feel like he's a religious individual at all. However, this is new. All right. That's why it's the page here. It's new. And it's a kind of a tightrope walk, because it's something I'm not familiar with. Now, what are his intentions toward you? Major Arcana card number 7, the Chariot. Chariot is an excellent card to have. This is movement. This is about him coming back to you. Okay, so your whole question was, will he come back to me? I do feel like he will, but there are some stages that need to unfold. The number 7 on this card makes me think 7 weeks, babe. 7 weeks. 7 weeks from now, I would look at the calendar and mark it for yourself, and then come back and let us know. You know what I mean? Within 7 weeks, I feel like the two of you are most definitely probably going to be living together again, or at least in regular communication. I want to say back to a similar level of intimacy that you had before. Okay, that's where I'm at with that, because this is movement. I recognize the black and the white of the past. I recognize the way things are. I know I'm in control of my life, and I'm moving in the direction of my choosing. And this is his intention towards you. So the direction of his choosing is going to be to get in communication back with you once he's kind of seen this, that, the other thing. Plus, I've sorted out my own issues here. And I want to say to you, honey, I've got some challenging cards that could have come out, but they did not. So if your question is like, oh, did he break up? Is he off seeing other chicks and this and that? I don't feel that in this reading. I feel like it's about him and dealing with his work schedule, mental health, this kind of thing. It's like basic stresses, okay, that I feel here. Oh, okay. Well, hey, whatever the level, that's why I backpedaled there when I said you're going to be living together. And I was like, wait, no, that's not right. Okay. You're going to be at the level of intimacy that you had while you were in communication before all of this. He's white and you're black. Look at that. That's amazing. Spirit is speaking to you, girl, about him recognizing the value that you hold, and that these things that he's been dealing with are they're not of your causing. Okay. He's not blaming you, but through this process, he's going to realize that you're absolutely not to blame. You don't contribute to any of this. In fact, you uplift him, and he enjoys that communication with you. So this also actually does say that eventually he does intend to come meet with you in person. This is traveling, man. I really do feel like one day the two of you will meet in person and take these things to the next level. But in the meanwhile, don't let this prevent you from living your life as it sits. Okay, because you're living a life here and now. So this is your guidance from Spirit. The card is caged. This lovely butterfly should not be caged. She has a path, a purpose, and a beautiful light to shine everywhere that she goes. The cage represents feeling confined, restricted, or bound by your circumstances in some way. The inability to feel free in one or more areas of your life. We can create our own cages or accept the cages that others put us into. Others may do this to selfishly absorb our precious light and energy all to themselves. The cage is an illusion. You are like a butterfly transforming. You can transcend your cage, butterfly, whatever it may be. Absolutely. I felt like it was unfinished. I keep getting a vision. He will pop up, right? I have to move on and keep it moving. Absolutely. I do feel like it's unfinished. I do feel like he will pop up. But in the meanwhile, you have to live your life now to the fullest as if he never will. That is what Spirit is saying here is you cannot let that connection restrict you from living life now, from enjoying life now, because you never know while you're attempting to manifest this lovely connection and you're like, oh, Spirit, I just want to be with this partner, this, that. And who's to say that you may not really enhance your vibrational frequency to the point that you magnetize somebody else, somebody different, somebody new who's in your physical environment. You don't want to miss that. So keep yourself aware, okay? And keep moving forward. That's exactly what I have for you, honey. Beautiful messages, beautiful energy. Me to lean on YouTube. I appreciate you. Thank you for letting me read for you, honey. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect now. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Is Shawnee here? Shawnee? You're welcome. Thank you so much. I have a couple more on my list. Shawnee, then Whitney, then Karen. Nicole Foster. Let me get you a quick card, Nicole. Shawnee, thank you. So Shawnee, I'll get yours next. Nicole, this is for you right here. Nicole Foster. Spirit wants you to have this card. The card is invested. Now is not the time to get emotional about what is going on. This card serves to remind you of certain commitments you have made. Spirit is encouraging you to remain invested in your current path. You know this is the right thing to do. Renegotiate if you must, but honor your commitments, even if it isn't fun following through with the obligations. When the opportunity arrives, you may choose not to engage in this way again, but for now, it's about acting with integrity, honoring your commitments, and doing the right thing for the sake of it. Nicole Foster, that is for you. And Pascal, yes, I wanted to get you a card real quick. Shawnee, I promise you, girl, you're next. Pascal, let me get you a card on that move thing that you were asking about. Spirit, what is the message for Pascal here? Ooh. Pascal, the card that you have is disentangling, and this tells me, yes, it's a good idea to pull away from the one area and into the next, okay? So it took a while, Pascal, for the tapestry of your life or of your day to be woven together. This card indicates a deep yearning for change, even if it seems like a long or slow process. In alignment with your internal urges, the woven edges are fraying. A little at a time, you are pulling away, distancing yourself, and changing course. Good for you. Disentangling can be an intricate process. It takes time and effort. Bursts of clarity and insight continue to guide you toward your highest path and away from whatever is not working in your life. So yes, Pascal, absolutely. I do feel like it's a good idea to make that move. That is what the card indicates. Thank you. Thank you. Shawnee, you have a 3-card past, present, and future reading. And I'm going to use the Doodle Tarot for you. Hi, Amelia. Glad to have you. Shawnee. Oh. Huh. Beautiful message here for you, honey. Shawnee, in the past position, you've got the 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups here. And this is about being dissatisfied by your circumstances or potentially being offered something that you're not happy with, okay? Maybe I was working towards this and I found myself not happy with whatever it was that I received. Or potentially looking around your day, your life, your schedule, and recognizing what is just not working, what's dissatisfying to you, and kind of pouting about it. I'll just say this right now, Shawnee. Okay, listen, this is in the past position for a reason. You get tired of pouting. You know what I mean? You get tired of sitting around and moping, being upset about dissatisfying circumstances. So you decide to move into your present position, which is doing some fucking thing about it. I love this. I love this. Page of Wands is taking those bold actions. Okay. Deciding, if I don't like this in my life, in my day, or in my home, I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to do something about it. And in fact, Shawnee, also what I feel in this card is sometimes we go through periods of life that just are a little more bland. You know, that could be this past position here. Is life is a little bland. Things are a little boring. I wish I could shake it up a little bit, but I just don't know how. And in the present position, you either know how, or you're starting to do these kinds of things by doing things differently in your life. Doesn't have to be big giant things that you are doing, but you're shaking up the status quo. If the status quo is boring to you, stagnant, dull, or just dissatisfying in some way. So this page is confidence, stepping into something that is exciting and new and shaking up that routine. Maybe you're deciding to try new places to eat, shop at different areas, buy new groceries to cook with, whatever this could be. This new action is shaking up the pattern of dullness or of stagnancy in your life, even if it's not something that you keep forever. I do also want to say to you, Shawnee, that I almost feel like with this, that this dullness feeling or whatever pushed you into action, and you may have started something new, like a class or a program or a new routine, exercise or food, something you've really got your mind to, you know, and I'm going to learn about this, and I'm going to lean into this, and I'm kind of excited, you know, and I'm not sure how it's going to work out, but it's definitely something that has your focus and attention now. And the page, it doesn't have it all figured out at all. They're just learning. They're just stepping into this, just getting the feet wet, but there is movement. There is progress. Now in the future, that page has turned into a king. Wow. So I want to say to you, Shawnee, whatever actions you are taking to make your life happier, more satisfying, and better, you're going to get better at that. And you're going to be more successful. The king is a leader. The King of Wands is the master of actions, very energetic, very charismatic, owns the stage, owns his life. Okay, so whereas right now you may have been pushed in some kind of a corner to make some changes that you're really not sure about. Not sure if this is sustainable, not sure how it'll work for me in the long run. Spirit is saying you will make it your own, or twist and tweak the process, whatever, to step into this power because you're tired of following other people's guidance. That's what got you here, is living a life or following directions that other people told you you should. And you're like, what in the heck? I'm doing all the right things, but I'm just not happy. So now maybe I should follow my own intuition, my own inner knowing, and take that class and do that thing and whatever else this could be. Dance in my kitchen, if that's what I want to do, and really enjoy every moment and maximize my time, make the best out of my life. I do feel here like mega savings and big purchases and like really solid plans. So I want to say to you, Shawnee, that these are not just fantasies. You can achieve these giant goals that you have, things that you've pondered or ruminated, things that you've jokingly said, oh yeah, right. You know, I feel like you can and you will, if you can anchor that belief in, because you have all the time in the world to really master something and really make whatever it is that you want to make of your life. And Spirit is saying it starts with recognizing what's not quite right. So you're on top of that. Good for you. I'm so excited for you. I want to say to you that this confidence will come with time. All right. And experience. As you experience, then you have the confidence and the firsthand knowledge, right? So then you feel a bit more pepped up and motivated, and like you know what's going on and you know what to do as you move forward. And I want to say that that's just going to naturally appear. You're not going to like, well, you may, hey, take some kind of a certification and boom, all of a sudden I'm that king and not the page. Could happen that way, okay? But it could just creep up on you. Like one day I realized that I am like this master of my life, and I have stepped myself right into pretty much everything that I could enjoy, right? And I do feel this for you, Shawnee. Wow. Are you the master? Learn now and manifest that quicker. Thank you, honey. That's what I have for you. Whew. Yeah, I'm going to pull a couple of more quick cards, and then I have a couple more people on my list, and I'm not adding any more to the list, guys. I thank you, but I'm still going to do a few more free readings and the guaranteeds that I still have. Oop, I'm dropping things, guys. Just one moment here. You're welcome. Sending love. You can't wait for everyone else to make your decisions. You got to make the ones that you know you want to live with. Thank you, Danielle. Okay, I'm going to grab my own oracle deck here. Amelia Fox. Amelia Fox. I'm going to get you a quick card from my own oracle deck here, Spirit. What do you have for Amelia Fox? For Amelia. Amelia, the card for you is declutter. Oh, snap, sister. It is time for some serious spring cleaning, downsizing, selling, or donating. This is a call to declutter your home, belongings, schedule, or relationships. Even too much of a good thing is not a good thing. Your space, household items, and aura can collect energetic debris. The integrity of your space may be a reflection of what is going on inside of you. Lighten the load of things that are unnecessary and smudge the rest with sage or Palo Santo for a deep, energetic reset. This will make you feel so much lighter as you move forward. Whew. Amelia, that is what Spirit has for you today. Thank you for letting me get you that quick card, honey. Catch me on another broadcast. And things will be more expansive, I would say. Let's get a quick card for, hold on, Lindsay's. No, I'm in awe, you guys. I'm just a regular real person, just like anybody else. And I thank God that Spirit, our past loved ones, that they show up like this. Like, it blows my mind too. And I am so incredibly grateful. So thank you. Lynn, out on a limb is the card for you. You may feel like a lonely little bird sitting out on a limb for something that you alone believe in. You may feel foolish or question your decisions, especially if others don't support you. They don't have to support your decisions, Lynn, as long as you do. A bird will land on the most precarious of limbs during a windstorm. He knows if the limb were to break, he would simply flap his wings and fly away. He will not fall. You are not alone on the limb, waiting in vain. If the limb were to break, your angels are nearby. Spirit supports you. Continue to have faith. Lynn, that is for you. And I'm going to get one more from Meredith Mitchell. And then Whitney, if you could let me know of your request, sweetheart, you'll be after Meredith. Whitney Farley. So Meredith, Spirit, what do you have for Meredith from this deck? For Meredith, please. Meredith, there you go. Meredith, the card that you have is Peacock Feathers. People are like peacocks who have lovely peacock feathers that desperately want to be noticed and stroked. If the peacock isn't used to receiving this kind of attention, they are more susceptible to other sources of flattery. Look around at your life. There are people or pets who yearn to be noticed, appreciated, and valued by wonderful you. Compliments are free. Give them away genuinely. Make others feel wanted and needed by you. Let them know when they look nice or do a good job. Say please and thank you. Smile, flirt with your partner, create chemistry, and follow your passions. Meredith Mitchell, that is for you. Thank you, thank you. Whitney, mediumship, absolutely, darling. Thank you for being here. Whitney Farley, loved ones in spirit. Whitney, I'm going to go ahead and connect in with your energy. I'm going to shift my attention to the spirit world. And let's see who can show up for her. Who's going to come through for Whitney? This is interesting. I've got someone who has a tennis racket, but it doesn't seem like they were a tennis player. That's interesting, Whitney. I kind of feel like she used the racket to reach things in the house. That's funny. You have a couple different past loved ones who are in the auric field. And I want to tell you, I do see past loved ones who were really into Christmas time. Christmas time. Decorating the tree. I see that the tree is like flocked, you know? Yes. So I have a lady who is stepping forward, and she is that one who's carrying the tennis racket. This is interesting. Maybe it's a badminton racket. I don't know. I see this as something that may be in connection to her. My stepmom. Thank you, Whitney. Thank you so much for the validation. Stepmom has something here. Yes. She's bringing my attention to her face, a mark, a blemish, a scar, something here. She's bringing my attention. Hmm. Now she's showing me something. I see something. This looks like a lamp. I just want to give this to you, but it's like a short lamp, like it would be a table lamp. I wonder if she's talking about her missing tooth. Okay, that most definitely could be that. I'm right here. I'm right here. Missing teeth. Thank you, Whitney, for connecting that dot for me. I appreciate that. Thank you. So she's bringing my attention to something. It feels like a table lamp. Okay, but the shade is weird. The shade is like square shaped. It's like square shaped. It almost looks like a Chinese lantern, you know? That's kind of what it looks, 'cause it's like square shaped. I see this like it would have been on the table. Is it a lamp? Seems like it. Was that in your home? Oh. Oh, hold on. Come in close with me, love. Now, Whitney, have you been, did you get married now? Did you get married since your stepmom has passed away? She's showing me a wedding cake that's like the tallest cake. She had a lot of things. No worries. That's why I'm moving forward, darling. Thank you so much. We don't make it fit. We connect the dots. So she's bringing me like the tallest wedding cake she's ever seen. So I'm wondering you've gotten engaged. Ah, she knows this. Thank you so much. She's like the tallest wedding cake, the tallest wedding cake. She supports this. She supports your engagement. Whew. I'm not sure if really it is that important to you now. Is there someone else in connection that you would like to come through? Because I kind of feel like she's opening the doorway for someone who's a little bit more important, more dear to your heart here. Although I know that there's probably love there for stepmom, and she definitely has love for you, of course. And she congratulates your engagement. She's very excited for you, but there are many other family members. Yeah, I was just going to say, I see a tall, skinny African American boy or man. Would that be the little brother? Kind of gangly, tall, skinny, kind of gangly. And I'll tell you, when everyone's decorating the tree, he's not. He's too cool for that. You know, he's got his back turned. He's not interested in any of that. I'm right in my abdomen, honey. Right in my abdomen. So what happened? What happened to brother's abdomen? Is this like a stab or a shooting here? I'm like here, feeling a little bit of a pain in this area now. I'm also feeling somewhat of a lack of connection with authenticity. I don't know what you're yesing, babe. If you could be a little more specific, yes, this, yes, that, or no, this, no, that, whatever, that would help. However, I'm feeling like it was really important for him to be cool, you know, and have his hair faded up the right way. And it was real important that he dressed right. And he didn't necessarily want to share the silly, goofy parts of himself unless you knew him like that. Your grandmother's the abdomen. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Sometimes they're all in here for you and they start all throwing things at me. And I'm glad that you can connect the dots so that you know that your stepmother, your grandmother, and your brother are all showing up for you, Whitney. your grandmother recently passed. Oh, that's why they're bringing me her. That's why they're bringing her into you. Oh, I love this. I love this. Now, they're all very supportive. You're engaged, but are you pregnant? I'm not predicting that. Or maybe I am. I don't know. But I feel like she's drawing me into the pregnant belly. No. So, have you had a baby since brother passed? No more kids. Okay, well, they are letting me know that they have witnessed your pregnant belly. Okay, so at some point you've been pregnant while your past loved ones witnessed your earthly pregnancy. And what they're saying is that those souls, the souls of your kids, were on the other side before they even came here. And when you were pregnant and getting ready to have your babies, yes, I've had a little boy. Thank you, God. How could I possibly know this? Your past loved ones are here for you, Whitney, and they want to let you know that when you had your little boy, that he was already on the other side. He knows all of them already. He knows everyone already, although he doesn't remember this here in his earthly incarnation, but they know him, and they passed him right along and off to you into this dimension. So don't feel like uncle does not know that he has a nephew. Don't feel like they don't, like he doesn't know this or he doesn't see this. Don't feel like grandmother is missing anything, that stepmom is missing out, because they all are here to say your life matters to us. You're one of the only ones left, and we care about you, and we celebrate your successes, and we are so proud of your growth. They say your joy is beautiful. Your laugh, oh my gosh. My brother didn't meet him. Yes, but he's saying you think he doesn't know this. That's why he's telling you think I don't know I'm an uncle, but I do. I know him. I knew him before he was there with you. I know him. I'm going to read your card from the book because they know what it says. The card is, there is no such thing as death. I am as much alive as you are, because our souls are a life force energy that can never be extinguished. Only my body has been released, and that was a dense form of energy that was affected by other dense earthly energies. My soul and yours are beautifully fine, high vibrational energies which live on for eternity. I am conscious and fully aware of who I am and where I am. You might even say that I'm more aware now that I'm free from the distractions of the physical world. Please know that I am happy and healthy in the spiritual sense. In many ways, I'm even more available to you than I was on the earth because I'm more alive than ever. Oh boy, I can feel your brother. He's like, I'm more aware now that I'm free of the distractions of the physical world. I can see headphones and a hood up, and he's, either gaming or listening to his music on his phone or whatever this is, but he would plug it, be unplugged in the same room in the same room with everyone else, but in his own world. You know what I mean? And he's saying now he's there for you in ways that he was unable to be before, due to his own free will choice and what is this? Yep, that's my brother, loves his video games and music. Yes, and it wasn't like, um forget about everyone else. It was just that he was so involved. That was what he liked. That was his life. He had a network, he had friends, he had songs that he liked to play, certain playlists. He's letting me know right now that he loved to turn up his music when he was able to do that, and he really enjoyed. And it wasn't like he would forget. He's very self-absorbed, but in a youthful way. That's what I feel is sometimes we're just all wrapped up in things that we like. And that is kind of where he was at some of the time. But now he's free. He's free in a way that he was never free before. And he's able to look out for you and look out for the kids, look out for the family. And he will do that. And I love how you say that your child acts so similar to your brother. Wow, that is absolutely incredible. Definitely. Have you wondered if he is the reincarnation of your brother? I feel like you have. He's telling me he's not. She thinks so. Sometimes she thinks so. Oh, that's him. That's him. That's my brother. That's my brother. He's saying, no, he gets to be his own person. But yeah, he is kind of like me in a lot of ways, right? Um, yeah, he was just wanting, let's see. That is a perfect card. Every medium reading I've had a similar card to that. Love that. He was struggling before he decided to leave this world. Every reading I have, he reminds me how free he is. Thank you, God. Thank you to him for being such an amazing communicator, right? He cares so much about you that he wants to come through to you in every opportunity that he can. But I want to say that you don't need a medium. I am a regular real person just like anybody else, and so is every other medium or psychic that you have witnessed. We're not special. We don't have superpowers, right? Anyone can activate and unlock their own connection with their past loved ones, their own intuition, their own connection to spirit. Okay, so what I want to tell you is I love that you receive all these evidential validations, but there are other signs, other things that happen in your life and in your environment that are hellos from heaven, things that you recognize and connect to him and connect to the other past loved ones that you have. Whitney, I feel like you are quite mediumistically open, at least to your past loved ones. Okay. You're very aware. I have you in my home. I acknowledge your presence. Sometimes I smell you. Okay. Keep up the good work and recognize that when you call them in, they're there. And if you decide to speak with them in your heart of hearts, you don't have to talk out loud. They hear you. Okay. So I know that you do. He's telling me, oh, she already does. She already does. She speaks to me all the time. But he's saying that you can also give openings. Okay. Give openings for him to communicate with you and allow him to do that. Okay. He might speak to you. You understand his voice. You recognize that. You'll know it's him. And don't talk yourself out of it and say, oh, I made that up. That really wasn't him. I'm crazy. Okay. Allow yourself. Oh, wow. Allow yourself to just engage with him and let it be lighthearted and open that bridge of communication. Okay. And if you don't hear words from him, that's okay. You're not quite trained yet. You know what I mean? So recognize what does change. What does change when you say, hey, brother, or hey, stepmom, or hey, grandma, or hey, whoever from the spirit world that I would like to spend a moment with? I want to communicate with you. And I know that I can because Spirit Speak Psychic Medium Heidi on the internet said that I could, right? And maybe I believe her. Who knows? Can we try this? Come in close with me. So call in one past loved one and relax. Close your eyes. Check on your inner landscape. Anything going on in there that wasn't going on before, right? Any images and or memories of your past loved one. You might hear their voice. They might just start talking to you. That happens. Okay. You might get chills or tingles. You might feel a swell of love in your heart. You might get a hot patch on your right wrist. Who in the heck knows how you sense the presence of your past loved ones? There are so many ways that you can notice what it is that changes. And if you can put your finger on that, ask them to take it away. Oh my gosh, I felt like you gave me chills and goosebumps. Is that really you, past loved one? If it is, take it away, allow it to leave, and bring it back for me. Give me that sign again. If that's really you, give me that feeling again. Give me that memory again. Give me those words again. You talk to the stepmom often. Love this. And Whitney, they hear you, they receive you, and they are willing to communicate back to you if you will allow that to be something in your life. And you don't have to tell anybody else about it at all. It can be just a little secret communication bridge between you and your past loved ones. But I would suggest that you journal your progress. That way you can prove it to yourself that it really is real. A lot of times we need that as we move forward before we really solidify and anchor in the true belief that this is our reality now, right? Whitney, that is what I have for you, honey. Thank you so much for letting me read for you today. And I'm going to go ahead and disconnect from you. Thank you. Thank you. Check out my event section, man. I'm on usually 3 times a week. And I would most definitely love to connect for you guys. I'm here for you. And I do have another reading for Karen Taylor. And I will let Karen know that it is at the end of the video. Aw, sending love, sending love, sending love. You're welcome. Thank you. So, Karen Taylor. All right, Karen. I know what your request is. We talked about this. So, Karen, you had a cat that went missing a few years back. You're welcome. So I'm going to do Karen's reading, and then we will close with the group pick a card message, guys, for anyone who's live or on replay. I see I've got 11 people left on the broadcast, and I would love to do a pick a card message, but I'm going to get with Karen Taylor real quick. Should I do that? Okay. Karen. Okay, so Karen, you mentioned that you had a cat that got lost, that got loose or escaped, and you never were able to get your cat back, and you were wondering what happened with your cat. Oops, that's not it. So I do sense that the cat kind of slipped through, I don't know, an open doorway or an open fence or some such thing, and wandered a little bit further than it intended to. Maybe following something like an insect or a bird or some such thing. I can feel how like some animals are hunters, they get really engaged with visual this that, and I'm sensing here, Karen, that there was like shadows and trees and different things going on in the environment, and it kind of distracted your cat and got him drawn away. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy, but we're just going to say this because you're not here. So I feel like the cat was drawn away. Wow, that's interesting. Huh. But I will say to you that I do feel like it was actually found another home. Okay. So you've got 3 cards that fell here. The Wheel of Fortune is about the cycles of life, the ups and the downs. The wheel, goes around and comes around, and it's like a whole new cycle, a whole new chapter, right? So when your kitty got lost, he went out on his own for a while. But if you can see here, look, you got the Queen of Swords and the World. So I feel like the Queen of Swords, that looks like somebody driving a car, doesn't it? Especially the way I had it there. That looks like somebody who's in a vehicle. Here, kitty, kitty, let me pick you up, okay? Because you're out here lost in the world. That's what I feel here for this. And I want to say that I don't feel like the cat was very happy to be approached or befriended by someone new. Oh boy. Hold on a second, guys. My phone is just going nuts now with the other things that it didn't give me before, notifications and everything else. Oh, shucks. That's not what I meant to do. Oops. So, Karen, I really feel, yeah. Huh. I just want to say, I feel like your cat found its way to another home. And this Seven of Swords here, yeah, this can indicate like someone scooped him up and took him home thinking that he was a stray, that he was homeless. So, honey, I understand that you wanted to come into this reading to find out what happened to your cat. I feel like your cat was rehomed, found himself another place to be. Yeah, see, look at this. Card is number 3, the Empress. The Empress is literally giving birth. This is a loving and giving and nurturing. It's motherhood, nature, creativity, abundance. So I feel like the cat found a new home, a new mother, if you will. So I want to say, I hope that puts your fears and frustrations to rest. That he or she did not find some horrific ending or get ran over by a car or some such thing. I feel like the cat found a new home, someone else adopted, or, a good Samaritan whom, they may not have quite trusted, but, come here, kitty. I got you, kitty. And now you're going to be my kitty. I love you. Right. That kind of thing. That is what I have for you, honey. Oh, sweetheart. Karen. Okay, listen, Rhonda. Oh my gosh, I just threw all my cards. That's so good. Okay. Rhonda, you're asking me, is it time to put my best friend, my cat Mimi, to sleep on meds? Okay. I'll give you the cards. That these ones fell, and then my whole other deck just fell on the ground. But look, you've got the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups and the King of Pentacles now. The 9 of Cups is about one person who is happy. This is about a whole 2 people or a whole family that's happy. And this is about like for the rest of my life. Okay. Like, I want to say to you, she's 15 years but sick. Honey, does she have like a bladder infection? I'm feeling like lower in my belly here. I understand there may be some condition going on that is, ultimately life threatening, that kind of thing. However, I feel like you keeping her comfortable is what spirit is warranting at this time or suggesting to you at this time. Please use your own free will and good judgment, but I feel like there is still life and love and enjoyment in your cat, and she may still be suffering and dealing with things, but this tells me that there is happiness and fulfillment, not just within her but between her and you, that she still finds love and peace and enjoyment in life. It, even though for you you're like, oh my gosh, you're not healthy anymore. I recognize that you used to be chubbier and you used to have more energy and activity and this and that, and you're so sick. But to her, she's still alive. She's still alive, and she still loves all the lovins and all the pettins and all the things that you are able to give to her. And she understands that if she makes the messes, that it may be inconvenient and this and that, like those, she can't help those things, but you love her and boost her anyways, and that is worth her hanging on. Whoops, sorry, worth her hanging on. And I feel with this King of Pentacles, this is about health and stability. This is about her hanging in there till the very end. And I'll tell you, honey, I'll just tell you right now, Spirit wants me to tell you that that is a decision that will weigh heavily on you. Even if it is the right decision to make at that time, which I don't feel that it's the time right now. But at that time, I feel like that decision in general will weigh on you for a while, for the rest of your life. Who knows how long? Okay. And I want you to know that Spirit is saying that unless you can see that she is immensely suffering, I see here that it is in the probable path for her to live a life of contentment and to pass away at home with you. Like, it's not going to be your decision. It's not going to be in your hands. It's she, I feel like she will pass away so that you don't have to make that kind of a choice, but when the time is right. So until then, it is because I'm at the end of my health, both mentally and physically. Understandable. So between the two of you, you got to put your heads together and raise those vibes and do stuff that you both like getting comfortable and having the snuggles and remembering that I'm not predicting any darn thing at all, but this could be the last snuggles. So freaking enjoy it for every bit that it's worth, right? Whether your pet is ailing or not, like, or your folks, your people. I'm speaking to somebody right now. I'm speaking to a lot of people right now. Too often we wait to say I love you until tomorrow. Too often we were so busy, with life or whatever, that when our kids or our pets or our loved ones come to us and want a hug or a kiss or whatever, like, get away, I'm busy, I'm doing stuff, I don't have time for this, whatever. So treat these moments, these powerful moments, like they could potentially be your last, and really enjoy them for every bit that they are worth. Rhonda, and anyone else, thank you. Thank you for letting me read for you. And I'm going to get us a group pick a card message from the Spiritually Selected Oracle deck. I'm going to get us a 1, 2, and 3 here. So pick your card live or on replay, 1, 2, or 3. 1's on the bottom. 2. Whoop. 3. Oh, and 4. 1, 2, 3, or 4. You can pick more than one if you want, but we've got 4 cards here now. You're welcome, Rhonda. Sending love, babe. 4 cards from the Spiritually Selected deck. If you were drawn to pick card number 1, hi, Stephanie. We are just wrapping it up with a group pick a card message, but I have 4 cards here. So if you wanted to pick 1 or more cards for yourself, I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. For those who were drawn to pick card number 1, let's see what it is. Wow. Love this. The card is number 24, Bloom. 2 and 4 adds up to the number of 6, and 6 is the number of love, okay? Loving yourself, loving yourself enough, okay? So Bloom is the card. You are entering a period of growth and change. Let yourself bloom into the new you. Release what no longer resonates. And when you're able to love yourself enough to let go of whatever is not in alignment with the frequency of love, then you can really grow and bloom. But sometimes it takes releasing whatever those lower vibe or dissonant energies may be in our life, in our schedule, or in ourselves. That is when we are truly freed up to raise to the vibrational frequency that is of the greatest and highest potential for each and every one of us. So number 1, that is what you have. Number 2, the card is number 27, self-reflection. Refocus your attention on what is working and what is not in your life. Write it down. See where you need to change your perspective. Wow. Number 2, 2 plus 7 adds to the number of 9, and 9 is just tying up the loose ends so that you can complete the cycle, close that chapter. Okay, but self-reflection, this is about getting out of denial. Okay, write down what's working and what's not, black and white. Be real about this. That's where your empowerment's at. If it's not working, then adjust it or make some kind of corrections, if you will, reevaluations, if you will. That is what Spirit is calling right now, because nobody is going to see your way out of your problems but you. You have to recognize if they are problems in your life, and if you are willing to find resolution around those. And if so, now's the time. Spirit is saying, if you were drawn to pick card number 3, ooh, I've never seen this card before. It's freaking gorgeous. The card is number 89, the key. There is a much bigger world you are not quite seeing right now. The best part is you hold the key. Don't keep yourself stuck. Wow, love this. So, there is a much bigger world you are not quite seeing right now. That means you have the key to open that door to get yourself into, hold on a second. What you're doing is demonic. Goodbye. You have the key to open that doorway. All right. That's what Spirit is saying right here, is that if you're stuck or if that door isn't open just yet, it's because you haven't decided that you want to walk through it. Okay. There's a lot more out there for you, but until you're willing to explore that, then you won't see it. That is what Spirit has for you, number 3. And if you were drawn to pick card number 4, 4, the card is 44. Wintertime. You will align with your manifestations come wintertime. Take the time now to release anything that may be holding you back. I love this. 4 and 4 adds up to the number of 8. Wintertime, whenever that is going to be for you in your area, you will align with your manifestations. So take time now to release whatever's holding you back from that so that you can step more quickly into that. Because I do tell you, if you double down on your efforts right now, you could chop that time in half. That manifestation time, you don't have to wait. But the path that you are on says that you will reach that destination by winter. Awesome. Love that for you. Number 4. And that is what I have for everyone today. If you're interested in connecting with me on a deeper level, my links are in your description box. I won't reach out to you. Scammers do that kind of stuff. Okay. So protect yourself by reporting and blocking suspicious activity. If you want to connect with me or any other legitimate practitioner, you should make that first move. And if it is me, my link is in your description box, HeidiCorona.shop. That is the way to connect with me on a personal level. So thank you guys again. I send everybody so much love, so many blessings. Thank you, Danielle, for hanging in the whole time. I do appreciate you and everyone else as well. So have a great night, friends.